plasticnews.com. All the latest from Hollywood, toys, gaming, comics, and anything pop culture. plasticnews.com. Don't forget the IQ. plasticnews.com.
He was the first person to say, we should put comic books in plastic cases and grade them. He told George Lucas to hold on to the merchandising rights, and 3 3/4 would be the perfect scale for the figures. When the owner of Playmates Toys asked him how to compete with the big guys, he gave him his extra copy of TMNT #1. He is the most important collector in the universe.
I don't always need a grail, but when I do, I go to holygrailtoys.com. Keep hunting, my friend.
Well, we're rolling out. Oh, look, someone rolled in instead of rolling out. Oh, that's going against everything. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the M.A.S.K edition of Energon War Room on Saturday, August 1st, I think is how you say that. We are excited to get into this. It's going to be kind of all over the place because M.A.S.K shows up in a bunch of different issues, but we're gonna get into what that looks like. But first and foremost, want to check in here. How's everyone doing? Start with Chad.
No, I'm great. I'm super awesome. I'm 100% stellar. I've been looking forward to this episode for sure. A lot for us to talk about regarding M.A.S.K. But yeah, it's been a minute. I know San Diego Comic-Con kind of got in the way of us doing the M.A.S.K episode or M.A.S.K-isode,
yeah,
if you will. Yeah, that's it. Doing
awesome. Alex,
doing pretty good. I've been mandatorily having fun all week, so that's been kind of the new kickoff. And everything you guys haven't been watching that, you should, because now you get a morning dose of Chad every day or every afternoon if you're on the East Coast. But that's always good. More Chad's always good. Again, yeah, San Diego was cool. Like, again, it's meeting your friends down there, spending time and hanging out. The dinners are the best point because you usually maybe spend like maybe 1 or 2 weeks a year with someone, and you really get a chance to sit down and enjoy them a little bit better. So that was my best part of it. And and then coming back and knocking out the shows, man, because we really love our the people that flock around us. And it's always good to see, especially when you see them on a Saturday. It's just beautiful, man.
Because they're flocking awesome.
Yeah, living a life, brother. Living a life, man.
I see what you did there. Well, I know we got a lot to talk about. We can hit up the chat, see who's involved so far and early, because it wouldn't be fun if we didn't have chat. So let's see what's going on there. I'm ready for M.A.S.K and Energon greatness. Yeah,
Mr. Lucas.
They are doing it pretty well. Wolverines and Energon.
Shh. Look what I loaded into this stream. Oh!
Wolverines! Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! I loaded some in. Our good friend Brendan R. from the Great White North of Canada says 2 more hours till I get my secret powers.
Okay.
Enough said.
Star Eagle. We on Mandatory Fun the other day, we looked at the Star Eagle Transformer. It's basically just a repaint of an existing figure for the 250th birthday of these amazing United States of America. And the amount of people on this Transformers, Facebook fan group, right? So you already know. They were just pissy about it, and so we just laughed and laughed and laughed. So, yeah.
What if that wasn't an eagle and it's like a hawk? Then that wouldn't make any sense. Like if it's like a star hawk instead of an eagle emoji.
What if it was a pigeon?
That'd make more sense.
Star pigeon. Or a turkey. Originally, the turkey was going to be the national bird. So,
well, I'm glad we didn't do that.
Yeah. Still win. What's up, brother? Good to see you. All the way from South America, Central America. I don't know, whatever. What's up, Jim Largo? Good to see you, buddy.
You make it up. He'll correct us.
Schmorf America.
Yeah. Have
The
to catch
Titan.
the way.
Yep.
Going to church service tonight.
All
Hope
right.
you guys have a great show. Hey, we will. Hope you enjoy the replay. There's that.
And enjoy church.
Yes, absolutely.
Son of GTO. What is up, my man? Good to see you.
What's going on? Welcome in.
There's Brandon. Brandon's back, and he's viewing from work on my second day of vacation. Wait, you're working on vacation?
Those two things don't go to.
Yeah. I think they cancel each other out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Crystal Clear's asking who's ready for shenanigans.
This
We all
guy.
are.
Yeah, we all are.
Yes, absolutely. Brandon says Wolverines. Hell yeah. Our good friend Kenzo's Creations from Colorado. What's up, Kenzo? Good to see you, buddy. Have we had energy Chad this week?
Oh yeah, all weekend long, man. He was all week long. He was full of energy. What are you talking about?
I'm freaking on fire, man.
He's spry.
I am. Yeah.
You're very spry.
For my age, yeah.
Yeah.
Patrick Strauko, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Bill Varos says, "Oh, school's in session."
Yes, it is.
Oh no, he said enough, not energy.
Oh,
Well,
No.
either way works. And no.
never. As a matter of fact, we like cowbells. We need more chat.
I am the chattiest of chads. That is true, 100%. Raymond Sheffield's wondering, am I early or are you late, Chad? Neither. Neither. No. The intro started like at 30 seconds till. I think you're good.
Mm-hmm.
Our good friend Nico Tronus, what is up, my ninja friend? Good to see you. I hope you're feeling great, my friend. Dan R, good to see you. Says, glad I can be here live.
All right.
Very
Glad
much.
you're here.
It's for you, Chet.
By our powers combined, we are captain. Look, someone's got to tell him that he's crossing some IPs here. We all know that was GoBots. So
I think it was Rock Lords.
Dax used to say it all the time in GoBots, right? And then he had that one little GoBot that had the Earth ring. That guy never got anything done.
Oh my Lord.
just stop by and say what's up, SK and fam, and appreciate y'all. Good to see you, Collective.
Good to see you. Kenzo says, I met these two awesome gentlemans at M.A.S.K Universe.
He absolutely did, Kenzo. Appreciate the time too, man.
But Kenzo, did you have tacos and tequila with them?
That you did not.
You did not. That is a Chad special.
I didn't have tequila. I had tea, but we still had tacos together, and that was great.
You still had something with the tea in it, though.
Yeah, it was nice to get away from the Comic-Con for a little while. That many like tens of thousands, if not more, of people. It was nice to just go somewhere else. But, yeah. Mother Slug, what is up, my dude? Says, good day. How's everyone doing today?
Great.
Good. Just talk about M.A.S.K. It's gonna be great.
Somebody flip that.
Thumbs up.
No.
Yeah. Clip it.
No. Stop it. What's up, Odd Frog? Good to see you. This is all for you, Chet. You like to read. Go ahead.
Okay. What do you guys think of loyal subjects mass stuff? ? That's an easy answer. I really want them to be good because I don't have the vintage stuff anymore and always wanted a new fresh mark. I mean, quick response is buy the vintage stuff. It's the same cost at this point. And loyal subjects, I don't think could make the inside of a Cracker Jack box correct. So
See, I was gonna go a little higher. My mother told me never to say anything bad about anybody.
I don't know. Look, hey, when it comes to M.A.S.K, I'll say anything I need to, because the prices for loyal subjects, it's literally, I think the loyal subjects is more than most of the stuff I bought back there, and that's with the exception of like Rhino, right? But yeah,
no, actually, okay. So one, authenticity is our currency. You should always be honest, right? So if you're asked for an opinion, you should always hopefully expect to receive authentic feedback, not this glazing stuff or any of that.
We're not doing it.
We talked about M.A.S.K on mandatory fun. We actually pulled up, this is the loyal subject stuff on Big Bad Toy Store, and then went to eBay and found an original Rhino complete with the box, the instructions, everything for $10 less.
Wow.
Now the trade-off in designs. Oh, damn it, man. In designs. I'm horrible with this shit. The trade-off is, do all the little play features, spring-loaded mechanisms and everything on the old stuff still work the way they should? Question mark. Unknown, right? Because it depends on who had the toys, how much they used it, how well did they take care of it over the 40 plus years.
Sure.
Or the flip side of that question is the stuff that you're going to get from loyal subjects going to be part of the run that had the QC issues? Because they did have significant QC issues.
Yes.
Yeah. I would say
depends.
In the vintage stuff I bought, the only one I've had an issue with is my Rhino, and the only the only issue I have is the missile launcher. The spring is bad, but I found a junk one at a convention and took that off, and so I just have to put it on the new one. But they're so solid from the vintage era that it's like unless the kid just shoved it into the ground, like it's probably still gonna work.
Yeah.
Also, I like the chrome a little bit better on the originals. They actually it has a better shine. I think they used doesn't seem like chrome. It just seems like a paint. So it doesn't.
Yeah.
Have
well, it used to be
forward.
true vac metallizing parts, and now it's like we got workarounds. You know, like Super 7 and their
copper on the
Copper Kid and the Silverhawks just in general. It's not vac metallized like they used to be.
I will say this about loyal subjects though. The stuff I will buy from them when they come out with it is if they start releasing the M.A.S.K figures on card, because I do like the updated helmet stuff. I think that's a cool play feature, but I won't buy the actual vehicles unless they release something that was never released. But even then, I would buy it from Ace first.
So you want Jungle Mat Trakker is what you want.
Sure, yes. And
well, I mean, that was one of the rarer carded M.A.S.K figures, right?
It is. I don't know
now,
sorry.
Ramen Toy is also doing Machina in 1/18 scale. In fact, not Slyrax and not Piranha are the first offering, and I will be snatching up several of those immediately.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% will. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Thank you, InDesigns. And it's always good to have those kind of conversations. 49er Brian, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Hell yeah. Zakanen Sucks Your Mind says, yay, it's the Chad Satanics. No, it's terrible. It's terrible. Talking about turkey as a national bird. Longbox Bandit.
Okay.
What's going on?
Good to see you. Thank you for being here. InDesign says, what is up, brothers from Oahu?
What's up?
Little jealous is this.
Oh yeah.
Wait, aren't they? They're like 3 hours. No, what time is it in Oahu right now?
I think it's 3 hours behind California.
Mm-hmm.
It's either 2 or 3.
Yeah, I hoop it's not as hot as
it's the only state I've never been to. Don't rub it in, okay? Jeez, man. What is M.A.S.K? What is a M.A.S.K, and why is it transformer ring, bro.
Yeah. Well, what and why is the question of the day. Yeah.
And we'll get to that, but Energon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, somebody gets the more cowbell term. Yeah. Ooh, our good friend Jeffy coming in hot. M.A.S.K is the Transformers we deserve.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. It's true.
Look, he is a freaking M.A.S.K stan, so I love him for it. But Billy D, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Yeah.
All right.
Shadow Nose Network and the Chad Holes together again. Justin Boof. Boof. Justin Boof is here. Yeah.
Justin Booth has one tooth.
Boof. That's the man. Let me grab that. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, no, you're good.
My bad.
No, we met at Denny's. Does that count? Well, I think yeah. Hey, whatever works.
They still serve tequila at Denny's. Wait a minute. Depends on what Denny's you go to.
Yeah. What? Yeah. The Denny's is the thing. The Mutron. Mad respect to Chad, a military man who retired but refused to stop fighting. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What else we got in here? There's Chad. Speaking of Chad, just Jeff again. Little subjects is a steaming pile of dog poo. This is good version of crossing streams. Sure, I mean it's not Ghostbusters, so it's not technically bad. What else we got in here? We have before we get to the starred ones, hey, what's up? Jaden Bean, welcome in. Stanley, let's just call his name and Batstan shall appear. Yeah, 1980s springs are the real problem. So yeah, some of the springs in the toys are a lot stronger than they should have been.
Mm-hmm.
That spring to Rhino is such a pain. Dude, yeah, I finally took it off of the one that I bought for the parts, and it was a pain to even just get that out in general, and so I've really held off on wanting to take apart my actual Rhino because it was a pain in the butt. After what Little Subjects did to Ace at SDCC, I'll never get anything from them. Some updates on that. There was some Ace did have a conversation with Little Subjects this last Comic-Con, and I think things have kind of started to sort out, which is good, but that doesn't change the fact that Ace is going to be making them in 1/18 scale, and that's where all of my money is going to go because M.A.S.K should have always been 1/18 scale. Would you have bought M.A.S.K more if it was 1/18 scale?
No, I like the original scale. I've never had a problem with it. I like to have different levels of sizes and everything in my collection. When I was a kid, if it was just cool, I bought it, man. And just like right now, if I think it's something I dig, doesn't matter what scale it's in. You know, like we were talking about that 1/8 version of the Predator statue that we saw from Premium Collectibles, and I was like, that was something I would purchase. You know, just if it's cool, I'm going to purchase it, man.
Just Jeff, I'll give you my address to mail that out. So I appreciate it. That is one that I want. There's a high probability I might have it. I just haven't checked in a while, which is weird. So I gotta look. Stanley, that's more. Let's see who else we got in here. Is there anyone that I'm missing? Do you see anybody we haven't brought up yet?
Let's see. I'm rolling through. I don't know. Looks like we got a couple of people that's popping in late, which is always good to have everybody in. Yeah, work-life balance. It always works like that. Let's see. Well, you know what? Since we've got chat on a little bit delayed right now, you know, this might be the perfect time to ask people what is your favorite M.A.S.K vehicle? and why. Because, look, a lot of us have, like, I think Thunderhawk and Rhino and everything, but there are some vehicles that people dug. So, that's what I'd love to hear and everything. Dreadnought K6,
better,
I'm
man.
sick, but tuned in. Not chatting after this, please. Peace. Hey, no, man. Yeah, feel better, man. Especially on the Saturday. I hate to have people on their weekend not feeling well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, so yeah, let's.
Did you have a favorite one? A favorite vehicle?
I did. My favorite. There was a couple, but I would say probably Rhino, because again, I come from a family of people that is in the trucking industry, and something about those trucks just worked on me. I love the double stacks. Same reason why a lot of my family members now are in trucking. So Rhino was my favorite, and I love the chrome features, especially the chrome rims, and just the detail on Rhino is extremely good. And the cab, I like it because as a kid, whenever my great uncle was, I think, one of the first people in our family that really was into trucking. So he used to come by. We used to go in his cab, and I would always imagine that it could transform into the computer room or something like in M.A.S.K, because I was like, yeah, there's a bed back here and everything. But when you look through the back of Rhino, it's like, yeah, that's how you should work it. So that's why Rhino was one of my favorite. Hurricane, okay.
Hurricane's awesome. That's one of my favorite ones I have. Goliath, I think, is probably pretty up there. He's awesome. I think Outlaw came with a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
You open it up. I have it in the back. There's tons of stuff in it. Boulder Hill is awesome.
Oh,
he's right there.
I think it was one of the best play sets, actually.
Yeah, it was great. It was great, man.
It was just a gas station.
Well, it's a gas station, and the thing is that the vehicles fit in it, so you could literally get involved with it.
Well, everything but a Rhino, because Rhino couldn't go through the.
But every other
like vehicle. in the show, but I love the gas pumps. I love that the sign. Also, there was the what's the one that was the billboard? That was one of my favorites too.
Yeah, that one was cool. What series was that? That was the racing series, which I think was 3. Rhino and the Camaro, yeah. Well, Zuccanin sucks your mind. You should watch it because it's great. So, Thunderhawk was my favorite. Birthday gift as a kid was always my top M.A.S.K toy. Those doors were just next level back. They still are next level. Honestly, I think Ace did a really good job of recreating them. Yeah. But the original Thunderhawk, but unless like I said, unless you just beat it up and threw it into the ground, it's gonna last. It'll still be.
The Chad has
yeah, got his own intro music.
I totally
but yeah, Thunderhawk was awesome. Chad, we were asking about what everyone's favorite vehicle was, but I want to jump over really quick. Huge shout out to Brandor. It worked. I astral projected the tune of my first 2 more hours message, and you sang it exactly in tune. I also have a secret power of always picking the right size bowl to fit leftovers.
Hell yeah, Brandon. Thank you very much for the Canadian $14.02 super chat, because he's always nice to round it up for the exchange rate.
Yeah, that's
awesome, dude.
$14 Canadian is what, like $100 US?
No, it's like $1 US, dude.
No,
I think it's backwards. I don't know. He'll tell us. So.
Just Jeff, M.A.S.K has a dope history. Their toys have assorted history, many failures to relaunch. I hope Energon does it right. This is my favorite toy line. Yeah, it's one of mine as well. And then again, also, I think we said this when you were out, but mad respect to Chad. What else we got? We got stuff going in. So
we got this. Do you see the freaking picture?
Yeah, he changed. Yeah, he updated it. That was great. I was gonna say he went from Apocalypse to Chad, which is kind of the same thing, right?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit the same thing.
Yeah.
This is my ultimate toy line. I love M.A.S.K, but I love Dino Riders, and I'm saving up to buy the collection because I have like one or two of them right now.
Chet, have you checked out the independent toy creator Craft and Conquer?
No, I have not.
Okay, when you get a chance, but I could even put it in our Instagram group chat. But there's an indie toy company called Craft and Conquer. I have some of their like more Joe related stuff. He redesigned the Havoc, and it's freaking awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
But he makes Dino Riders stuff for like if you have Hammond collection dinosaurs. So he sells the stuff and it goes on them, and it's
yeah, we definitely need to check that out, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I like it. That T-Rex magically went up like just over the last year and a half. The T-Rex went from like average of like $400 to now it's like $1,100, something stupid. It's like, and then if you find the Ice Age ones, like that's even crazier. Ice Age Dino Riders are in the thousands. So good luck on that.
Yeah. Jedi Ben says that he wishes Ace from Ramen Toy would have gotten the license.
Absolutely,
because I don't like talking for people, and you can see what he's doing with his Machina line. The plan was to always do it in the 1/24th and the 1/18 scale. That was always the plan. So, yeah. Oh well.
Do you have any of Ace's Machina stuff?
No, just because of the scale, right?
Yeah.
Like I do love OG M.A.S.K stuff. Yes, I have OG M.A.S.K stuff, but my push has always been, I have always liked the shared universe stuff. I know a lot of people, they don't like the Transformers with their Joe and vice versa. And to me, it was always one massive interconnected universe. I made a lot of M.A.S.K customs in 1/18 scale. I have a lot of the Transformer Joe stuff, the comics, all of it. It's always just been my thing. So once it gets to 1/18 scale, yeah, for sure. But I was working with somebody to do the CAD designs for a 1/18 scale Boulder Hill.
Oh man. Oh. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I can't 3D print. I'm an additive subtractive customizer, but I do know a lot of people who can. So
yeah,
it's not dead. It's just on pause. So
usually good projects always do that way. They have their moments and then they go and they come back.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Sure. Okay, cool. Skydra Walker says, "Replay gang checking in. Good afternoon, you beautiful people."
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. So where do we start? I think quick overview of how M.A.S.K is being introduced into Energon. The first initial introduction was in the special. Right. That's where we first saw any sign of M.A.S.K, and then the biggest one was in Transformers 25, right? That's where you find out what is actually going on with Miles Mayhem. What did you guys really feel about how they introduced that in Transformers 25?
Alex, go for it.
You know what? It was interesting, the blending of how they did it, because you always think whenever they're going to do these cross universes, are they going to dive into something back from the past, or are they going to forge their own way? The one thing that I believe that Kirkman did extremely well was he forged his own way. When you see Miles Mayhem and General Flag together, it shocks you because one, they're doing a much better job with General Flag. He really becomes a very predominant character. Then you see Miles Mayhem, and Miles Mayhem was, on the TV show, I think they comiced him up. He was always like a comedian, kind of like, joke of a character. Yeah. But he's far from that when you see him in this Transformer thing. He's very confident. He's diabolical. So I thought the blend was very good, man. What did you think, Chad?
I think you nailed it. The Mayhem flag interactions, we kind of talked about it before already, but it very much establishes General Flag as kind of one of those. He's one of those be-no-do leaders. Shows that Miles Mayhem, he's always playing like 4D chess.
Yeah.
And we get into it more, especially in issue 1 of M.A.S.K. And then it's expanded on in issue 2 with a little bit of a psycho twist to it now, right? Not only is he maniacal, but I know we're going to get there, but the whole thing where he believes that lizard people run the government and what is it? Angels talk to him through the fillings in his teeth. And so like, he's a little crazy, but it's just good the way that it's very much a crawl, walk, run. Like we're slowly introducing it. Here's Miles Mayhem. Here's his relationship / interactions with General Flag. So therefore, how does he understand and relate with and so on G.I. Joe? Then you get the same thing with Matt Trakker.
Yeah.
And now we're just building on that, right? The foundations were Mayhem, Trakker. And now we're getting into other agents of V.E.N.O.M. I like the way that's I mean, we'll get there. I'm getting ahead of myself, but cool. There you go.
Yeah.
I got my feet up.
What I loved about the way that they introduced Miles Mayhem was just for all intents and purposes, that Transformer issue was really setting the stage for what was going on with M.A.S.K.
Yep.
Which I think was super important, right? You find out, number one, that Flag realizes they bet on the wrong dude. You find out that Miles Mayhem is basically scanning Transformers. That's where you start to understand like where Energon comes into play on M.A.S.K. And so there's this really good umbrella setup of like, okay, how deep does this one? Chad's shy about it, but he really loves riding his T-Bob scooter. Well, there's more on that too. In I think issue 3 it's coming out.
More to follow.
And then we found out about Shadow Watch, which is basically like M.A.S.K. and this underground thing that went through Shadow Watch was talked on the next subsequent Transformer books. Right, so it was like 26 through 28 or 29, I think. But you find out more about Shadow Watch. You start getting involved in there. And then that is kind of what leads us all up to M.A.S.K. number 1. So first of all, thank you if you guys are jumping in for the first time. You haven't seen this, as we just talk about Energon Universe, and specifically we're talking about M.A.S.K. and how M.A.S.K. has kind of like shown its head in the Energon Universe with Shadow Watches. We're getting into Matt Trakker and Miles Mayhem and that, and then we'll get into issue 2. And as we're talking, we just kind of scroll through the issues so you have something to look at. If you feel like you want us to talk about a panel or something that you see coming on the screen, make sure that you put it in the comments and let us know, and we'll get back to it. So we do skip over everything. Just a heads up, you want to have been caught up. So we're going to be going through M.A.S.K. Issues 1 and 2. So if you haven't caught up yet, you have some time to read 2 before we get into it. So
can I hit on 2 things before we actually get into the panels?
Yeah.
One, Raymond Sheffield is asking, are there any other lines that scale with M.A.S.K? Dino Riders and the G.I. Joe Sigma 6 mission scale.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the mission scale Hiss, and it's perfect to M.A.S.K.
Okay.
Yep, 100%. You don't need to do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, you gotta be center, Hasbro should do an action verse M.A.S.K. line for the kids. Transforming cars too easy.
I'd like to see that.
I would agree with that. Stillwin, thank you for the $5 super chat. Yeah, that's a great idea. But see, here's the thing. They're not going to think of that.
No,
because it just licensed it off. And when the classified figures come out, did you guys hear me dropping all that knowledge about those classified M.A.S.K. figures? When the figures come out, they won't have vehicles. I mean, granted, you can either have one or the other skin color matte trackers, but what is M.A.S.K without the vehicles? And even these books, like, they get into it. It's the powers of their helmets, and it's the vehicles.
Yeah, and I don't know where that thinking comes from either. I understand it's a cheaper option, but aren't you really? If you're going to put it in that scale, then why not do the vehicles? It's like you're gypping the entire lore. So why do it in the first place? It doesn't make sense to me, man.
Because they want to make Classified a $1 billion brand by the end of 2026.
Well, they got a lot of work to do on that one.
100 million. 100
yeah,
million.
They got a whole lot
based on the fact that like every G.I. Joe classified thing coming out is more expensive than things they have to pay licenses for. I'm going with the $1 billion.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to hit either. So
correct.
The kitchen sink approach is not going to work. So
yeah,
it's just it's going to water down the brand, and then that's.
I mean, but Chad, what do we know? You know, what do we know? We're not the CEO telling them to throw everything away from the history.
What
of
does Chris Cox know, Chet?
Yeah.
Absolutely, Jack.
He knows mobile gaming, pay to win mechanics. That's what
when you're a CEO and you come in and you're like, I don't know, throw away all the history of Hasbro. We don't need that. Just get rid of it. It seems like it costs money.
Yeah, trash those archives. Throw them in the dumpster.
Yeah, that's how you know you made a good decision.
What is your thoughts of Matt Trakker being a tracker for Mets?
That question doesn't track.
Jim Largo says the idea of reverse engineering Transformers technology and using Energon to power it is the chef's kiss. What?
Yeah.
What? Oh, come on. All right, let's kick this pig.
I think first of all, the art that has been consistent throughout has been phenomenal. We talked about that a few episodes back. The opening, the way that they just open, I mean, like the call outs to the fact that his car is too fast for the type of car it is like fantastic.
Yeah, they're like it's an old piece of crap.
Yeah. Like what is going on?
Yeah. Leave it right there for a second while you talk.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing this up specifically for that. What is this helicopter in the top right corner, Chad?
This is what we always talk about with the Energon War Room stuff. It doesn't matter the intellectual property. Everything that is shown in these comics is deliberate. And there's always throwbacks. All right, throw me back up.
It's the Dragon Hawk. It's so good. Man,
dude, this is a terrible toy. It's one of the worst toys ever for G.I.
No, it's a horrible toy, but it's a good name.
It is, and the point is, they specifically put this Rise of Cobra version of this rotary wing aircraft in that comics panel.
Mm-hmm. It's right there in the top corner. There's two of them, right? Yeah, they got two of them in there.
And so much stuff with the Energon books is like, if you go too fast, you'll miss it. If you don't pay attention, you'll miss it. But there it is right there. Dragonhawk's XH1 from freaking Rise of Cobra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's always a smart trait too, though, is that they're you can obviously tell that they're paying attention to the history of G.I. Joe in the total, because they'll put in, like you said, little Easter eggs of vehicles here and there, or certain little references that.
And there it is right there again on that panel. Like you can completely see the front end of the aircraft.
It's very smart, man.
Sorry. There you go. Scroll back up just a little, would you? To that inside view. Now look at his car, the subtleties of it. They established the fact that his car is an 80s antique. But look at that. Look at the steering wheel.
So good.
Right? Look at the seats. That's not some 80s piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's a Tesla Cybertruck before they existed. Is it? No, sorry, take it back. That's a kit steering wheel, actually.
Yeah, very much so. That is a kit steering wheel.
And then look, these no, this is not.
Hey, there's another one right there. I'm stuck on the Dragonhawk thing. It's fun that they do.
I mean, this is the only thing I have an issue with is his face in this panel. It's a little weird.
It is kind of
like it's kind of just like, holy crap, this guy's like all over the place.
Well,
it's a little 1990s Disney animatronic looking.
Yeah.
Like Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah. Fortunately, throughout the comic, they never do this again with his face, which is fantastic.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. But this is a cool shot, though. I like the shot.
Yeah, they really done it.
Hidden, what's up? Good to see you.
Sorry, they make it seem like it's like widescreen format, even though it's not. You know, the shots are very wild. It's very cinematic. You know, so it really did touch upon this chase. You felt like it was like almost a total animatronic or something, or like, you know, any form of scaling that breaks down where you can see the imagery. They do a really good job with this. So I felt cinematic shots from this.
The one thing
their panel work's amazing. I'm sorry.
The panel work is fantastic, and what I like about it is that they like on a lot of like really heavy like panel work, there's always background art behind the panels as well.
Yeah. But you're
2
driving kind of
weeks.
fast.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
But like if you look here, like you have the panels, but then there's also the background art taking up everything that would be normally white, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they really know when to use that. Looks like IROC Z's T-tops. Was it an IROC Z? No,
I think it was. Was it?
Yeah, I believe it's an 85 IROC B body.
That's what I thought it was too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the inside of it.
People confuse it with the Mustang Fox body, but it's an IROC.
True.
Yeah.
Because even I've seen that the colorization and the panels on it too. Yeah, that's 100% IROC. But I think they were like white and it was blue or white and black, where it would be like the actual thunderbolts on it and everything else like that. So that's why I always thought it was. And then you could tell the Goldwing design was basically the T-tops.
Yeah, it's an IROC. Jeffy says it should have been a DeLorean.
Well, I wouldn't have been able to go that fast.
Ooh, yeah.
That's the whole thing about DeLorean, right? That's why it was so important to get to 85, because like they never went that fast. Magical Mystery 85.
Yeah, Man of Action says yes, it is a B body. I'm looking at the toy right now.
Okay.
Isn't that what I said? IROC B body 85.
Yeah, you did. Also, if anyone wants one of the toys to come up, I can go grab one. But yeah, this is a good scene.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. I think it was cool that he made the decision not to just fly and kind of put himself in a position, which I think is important.
Why?
Yeah, which is important to the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look how many people are around him for like one guy. Then we get into some background on other people involved, which I think they do. I think they do a really good job, kind of like blending, keeping track of what happened throughout the comics.
You know that's Vanessa Wargrave, but they don't like beat you over the head with it. Mm-hmm. As soon as you see her standing there, you know who it is. Raymond's saying Camaros or F bodies, Caprices or beauty. Okay, well, whatever. It's all good. Whatever. Ooh, this panel, dude. So he has like wormholes through him.
Yeah, right? It looks like cancerous kind of thing that's ripping through him. It's like, wow, man.
The only thing that's weird here for me is the hand right here. Like that doesn't. Does that make sense? I guess if you're double jointed.
It does not. No.
Just artist interpretation, bro.
He's got an extra knuckle. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's like a cat with 6 toes, and she's like, ugh. She's just putting her fingers in there. Better wash your hands after that.
Yeah. I like also the whole bodysuit. It's yet harking of the past, yet it also has a little bit of updating to it. So it doesn't look stupid. Like, if you saw like some of them pop out in the real world, it's like, that doesn't work. But yet it does look like something that's like a racing suit or something.
GOP1 user. Yeah.
Flint has 6 fingers. So does the Televiper and Wild Bill, apparently.
Yeah.
Someone needs a dermatologist. I will say this, though. Date. Low-hanging fruit. They made her hotter.
Mhm.
Good job. Yeah.
They sure
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
This is such a good scene.
Oh, I know. Just the establishment of Slyrax. First of all, a couple of things here. When I first saw his intro in this panel and the way that he's speaking to Vanessa on the phone, I did not pick up that Slyrax doing a shitty Christian Slater doing a shitty Jack Nicholson. I didn't pick that up at all.
Yeah.
And I like the fact not only does his bike look very Akira-ish,
Oh, yeah.
but that's also kind of a, I don't know if it was intentional, but to me, I saw it as like a visual nod to the Cobra coil that came with the Baroness.
Oh,
Just looking at the front end.
Oh,
yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't see it, but yeah, they're very similar.
Just a thought, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the only difference. Yeah, no, her bike does look like that. Just has a fender over the top. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna star this. We can circle back around to this. So Sci-Fi Swamp Man, I'm just letting you know we're not ignoring it, but we're trying to be a little more linear, but we will pop back to this question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
no, I thought this was good. I think throughout the entire comic, they really do get Sly's personality correct. Thunderhawk is an 85 Z28 IROC came later. LOL. I'm a car guy.
There you go.
The takeaway, my friend.
We're talking about M.A.S.K.
I got the year right.
Yeah,
I got the year right. Leave me alone. Cut me some slack. 1, we know it's a Chevy. 2, we know what year it is. Shut the hell up. Yeah. Gerard O'Connor, what is up? All the way from the Emerald Isle across the pond. Thank you for being here, my
what's
dude.
going on? Also, awesome icon, by the way. Ned Flanders would make a good Ryu.
Yeah.
Both M.A.S.K. Baddie bikers would make great honorary dreadnoughts.
You know what? Absolutely. And look, you never know if they're going to actually mix one another.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, wow. Yeah, that's the thing. They've done a good job of anything. There you go, Chevy. There you go. There you go. That's my boy right there.
Gator is competition orange.
Yeah.
Is this a Hadouken? I believe that's a Hadouken.
Yeah. A diddly Dukin. Yeah, that's the Ned Flanders version.
You know,
God.
I will say every artist in across the all the Energon books, somehow they all get Flag absolutely right. His look, no matter what art style, whatever it is, he has that same familiar look across it all, where you know immediately that's that character.
Yep. They kind of don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that. I mean, I think.
Are we talking about like physics and lift and all that?
Oh,
like lift the thrust?
Yeah, I mean that's not gonna
no.
That's not gonna exist in comics. Like that's
no.
That's a little too. Because then we'd have to say just like everything about M.A.S.K. doesn't exist, and Transformers doesn't exist.
It'd be a little tough on that one.
Yeah, I do like Flag. I never gave a shit. Cool car, and it turns into a jet. Okay, yeah. Look, I'm the same.
Spoilers.
I do like the interrogation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically the brass tacks of this conversation is we arrested Matt Trakker because supposedly he was stealing technology and he's the bad guy because for some reason, even though Flag and Mayhem were kind of at each other's throats, Flag went with what Mayhem said.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out here real quick that's not the case. So
yeah.
Did you just question an order?
That was that's when you know you should have knew the turn was going to come. And that was a slick maneuver I did not get until I read it once and I had to go back. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that was just a subtlety on that. That was pretty good, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's impounded.
Yeah, I like that it's impounded with all these other vehicles.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. That's what I think and that's what I think they're doing really well. I mean, they've been putting the band back together, since Transformers 25. So it's been subtle hints.
To the right of it is that's the Retaliation 4-door vamp to the right of his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep, another Easter egg right there.
Tons of them. They're everywhere.
Wow.
This is the same thing that Chuck Dixon was doing with his IDW Joe run.
Mm-hmm.
It was very much like he was just tossing little things like scribbled in the corner that you kind of had to look at it and go, oh, that's a Desert Fox 6x6. Like, what the hell is it doing over there? Yeah, Chuck Dixon did that all the time. Anyway,
yeah.
This was the interesting part. That top panel, Trakker, you're a father, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm interested to see them get a little further into this because he's not. He's an uncle. He became. Right? He is Scott's uncle. So I want to see. I've heard talk of they were going to bring in Matt Trakker's wife.
Oh,
yeah. They're bringing in Scott T-Bob and his wife.
Okay. Well, then that's an obvious significant retcon.
Yeah.
Right. Because originally it was Matt Trakker, his brother, and Miles Mayhem who came up with the M.A.S.K technology. Mm-hmm. Miles Mayhem betrayed them, killed Scott's father, aka Matt's brother. Matt got away, adopted Scott. Right, he's basically his uncle. Right, so
that is true. But yeah, I like how they're talking about like why Shadow Watch was invented. Right, like alien robots.
Yeah, Mother Slug. I starred your question. We'll get to it later. Skybound does.
Absolutely.
They do a great job of establishing a thing, and then they tighten the orbits of those things.
Yes.
And it's something that they've shown over and over and over. Even if we're talking about Void Rivals in Jetfire.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And how that comes back around later, or the Quintessons, or Duke and Starscream, and then that comes back around later. They it's so good, man.
Yeah, you can tell they established a good writer's room. One thing I appreciate about the Energon, every book has its own signature voice.
Yep.
It's not like some wild thing that's crossed over all. It's like if you read Transformers, it's going to read differently than Void Rivals. It's going to read differently than G.I. Joe. They all have a different voice. So if you're a fan of one and you don't read the other, it's not hurting. You can basically get all the information that you need if you just read G.I. Joe. There'll be some Transformers that glide itself in. So I think it's very smart.
Yeah. I think what's cool here is that this kind of like this scene kind of puts like Matt Trakker on the same mental wavelength as Flag and kind of a little bit above, because he's like, oh, he's been recruiting, and then he just starts listing off like, oh, it's Vanessa and then Sly, and he keeps going in, and it's like he then realizes, like, I think this is where Flag kind of starts to level out and understand, like, yeah, we did make the wrong decision. And he talks here about how like Mayhem liked him, but he called him out on like secrets, things like that. So
yeah. And Mayhem wouldn't shut up about like all of his machinations and stuff.
Then, like you said earlier, right? Like he thinks there are lizard people at high levels of government. He's talking about it here. He thinks they're allergic to humanoids, communicating with him and the fillings in his teeth. This is just like, what's great about this is this is important because this is going to set up like issues like 3, 4, like you're going to have this big setup of like where all this comes into play, right? Because you have the internal struggle Miles Mayhem has, which is like thinks he's doing the right thing, but then also having to fight things in his head, and so you'll see this whole world kind of developing.
Yeah.
But then you also have Matt Trakker being like super cocky, so that's That's the other problem, right?
Yeah. That's one thing I understand that. Oh God, and now we're gonna get into the Miles Mayhem.
It's such a
I
creepy.
understand that. I know.
It's creepy to scroll up like this. I didn't realize. Sorry, go ahead.
I understand that. Trakker's a little hot under the collar about how he was treated and how he was not believed, but Mayhem was. But I don't know. He's a little too shitty. So just my personal thing. I think he's a little too shitty toward Flag.
Yeah. Also, I think it's if you look at it from stage, is that why wouldn't Mayhem be believed? He's an older person. He probably has his he's built up a little credibility, and Matt's a young guy, you know. So, and I think that's also the reason why he's so extremely cocky to Flag, is that he has he's highly intelligent, which usually makes people a little bit more cocky, but also he's got the youth involved. So it's a level of like he's the smartest person in the room, yet he has a chip on his shoulder, and I think they did that quite right for the age and the characters involved,
Yeah, they definitely de-aged him a bit.
Yes.
Yeah. So there he is, and he's having a conversation with someone. For anybody who hasn't read this comic, you're gonna see who he's talking to here in a second.
Yeah, which that wasn't what I was expecting.
Talking about research, development, blah blah blah, seismology, all that good stuff. Yep.
And they need the location. Yeah,
he needs coordinates from this guy.
Yeah. And you know what? It's very hard to draw a conversation and just a conversation. A lot of artists, there's major dialogue over it and everything, but this actually, he's having a conversation, yet it's working very well with the shots and everything. That's still interesting. And that's always a hard thing for an artist to do, is when they're just talking heads and make it seem interesting.
Yeah. All right. Let's show his new friend.
Yeah.
You've been very helpful.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's such like a good. Yeah. This was awesome.
We saw the guy that Vanessa was talking to earlier, and now look at this guy. And not only does he have a smaller hole, but he has a massive hole through his torso.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whatever you're looking for is definitely toxic.
Yeah. No, 100%. Thanks, Brandon. Good to see you, dude.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. I like this shot too, Switchblade.
I love all of these shots of Switchblade. Yeah. They're super good. Actually, the lizard people made the Transformers, actually. Just that shot of him jumping in the cockpit. And I love the fact that he refers to them by their last names.
Yeah.
Such a good scene right here.
Yeah, they've got all the vehicles are drawn extremely well.
Here's a question for you, Alex.
Okay. Skybound introduced the M.A.S.K characters, and T-Bob. Not yet. T-Bob we haven't seen yet. I've got a feeling though. And you know what? I would love to see what that design's going to be. Are they going to go like the original, or is it going to be an updated, very modernized version of one? That's crossing my mind ahead, and so we'll see, man.
I look. I'm gonna gentleman's bet $1 that it'll be updated.
I will
even a little.
I gotta think they got to.
This is actually something that I didn't think about. That it's like Megatron talking to Ultra Magnus's head. Yeah, didn't even think about that. Is Mayhem's uniform based on Air Force or just his own design? I don't think that's based on. Maybe I don't know.
I don't know, because when he was in the Transformer issue, he wasn't all like militaried up. He was more in a medical kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. With his whole mind issues and everything, maybe he just made its own version of his own military fatigues and suits.
Yeah, and it just kind of depends, right? Because when the modern Joe run reimagined Matt Trakker as specialist tracker, they reimagined Miles Mayhem as a general in the Iron Grenadiers. So just kind of depends.
Now I know this was where you had an issue at, right, Chet?
Yeah, I got one critique of this.
Okay.
I don't like the fact that instead of like their masks being powered and they only have so much power and all this stuff, right? They're on that arm and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's compression technology. This gets into that whole MCU, Ant-Man, Iron Man, and all that stuff a little too much. That was just my one gripe about it. So
yeah, I think you're missing the whole Knights of the Round Table sitting around and have the mask form on them, and they've got to be in the room and the chambers. This kind of does it anytime, any part in the world. They could just shift into it,
It's the Snake Eyes motorcycle
that's
helmet
exactly what
visor
it
again.
Yes.
It's even worse because Snake Eyes, his was at least a motorcycle helmet with some kind of like appearing, disappearing visor. But this is just like it comes out of nowhere. Is it in his collar? Kind of a thing. Like it raises that whole. I understand you want to make them technologically advanced. Got it. It's M.A.S.K.
Yeah.
But there was always something about they had that kind of Apollo astronaut coolness where they're walking around and like some of them are in pressure suits and whatever. They got their cool get-ups with their freaking helmet.
Yeah.
Or even like some of them just had visors before the whole choking hazard thing.
Sure.
And now it's Ant-Man technology.
I used to always wonder, even during the old cartoon show, like where did they just stash their helmets when they didn't have it? Because there'd be parts of them, and then all of a sudden they have it and put it on. So it does make you kind of a little bit. It's harder to walk around with that and get it. And in this case, how would the other soldier go and grab the helmet? So I think they tried to do it in an easier way to solve it, but I do like the old school way of them having just the physical helmet.
What if it's a way around? Okay, if you guys think back to the old M.A.S.K, 80s M.A.S.K, OG stuff, do you remember that Matt Trakker's helmet would come out of the roof of Thunderhawk and then he would put it on? And what did people always say? How is the roof deep enough to store that helmet? Right? I don't know. Hey, I gotta throw this up on the screen. Chet, if you want to read that.
Hello, sexy babes. The Sorceress is here. How you all doing today? Doing well.
Doing fine. Hope you're doing better. I know you had a migraine the other night. Hope you're feeling better.
You know what? I don't know if this is going to help your migraine or hurt it, but ladies and gentlemen, those of you who know how we roll around my neck of the woods, this is for you. Bushwookie! I need an excuse to play it. There we go.
Yeah, but I hope you're feeling better. If you aren't, I know you're laughing now. So
yeah, I needed to. No. Junkian, what's up, brother? It's good to see you, dude. Yeah. See, and Raymond Sheffield says, I agree with you guys on the helmets. One major human flaw is they can't leave well enough alone if it ain't broke. I don't think that it's broke. I think the whole trope of the appearing, disappearing helmets and stuff has just been played to death.
Yeah.
Bushwookie.
Ooh, look at this.
Yeah, they're hitting.
I wouldn't be against this.
Yep. Has anyone here have any bets on the Skybound / T-Bob character being a secret Cybertronian when they get around to using them? You know what? It makes sense now. Actually, hitting on some deep levels on this, but I could actually see that happening, man. And it would make sense too.
Yeah.
We're scamming over the actual helmet to helmet, which I think this is like in the original series, it wasn't as lethal. They were kind of like like non-deterrent kind of things.
Ooh, it's a whip, or yeah.
And
the thing about Spectrum before, Spectrum was like a MacGuffin. It could do anything. Like, oh, I need to fly for some reason. Now Spectrum can make me fly. It can see through shit. It can do all sorts of stuff. And now we're going to see here in a second what Spectrum actually does.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Now this dude looks cool. He does look freaking cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I like the laser blast. You're like, wow, this is not the same old helmets.
No, way different.
I love that he's powering up to just freaking melt General Flag right here.
Yeah.
It's coming.
This is wild.
There you go.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
yeah.
That guy's face is gone.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh, it's so awesome, man.
See the blood on the floor?
Yeah. Yeah, because like he removed half of that guy's freaking head.
Well, yeah.
Consider yourself rehired, which is funny.
Yeah.
The charges against you will be dropped.
You're gonna.
Well, that's the
us,
arrogance
blah, blah, blah.
of General Flag. You know, he's like, hey, everything's gonna go back, and you're gonna work for me. And he's kind of like basically doling out orders like he would. You know.
Yeah, and I like how he tells him it's going to be a covert special unit of GI Joe, and he's like, "Yeah, that's not how it works."
He's like, yeah, I got this. Yeah,
Yeah.
Give him the Peter Griffin. I got this. Here you go. Here's your follow up to your question.
My brain is better, but my back hurts. There's one or the other, isn't it? So weird. Thanks for asking and caring about me. Yay, we always will. Well, I hope your back feels better.
This is awesome. Those are some strong doors.
Does your back hurt from carrying this chat?
Oh,
and I think
yeah, it's awesome, right? When the when the wings open, how those vehicles just get thrown.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty awesome shot.
yeah.
It is. Mm-hmm. And again, the artist is nailing all the vehicles. And I know that's usually like a Achilles heel for like a lot of artists. They don't like drawing cars because there's so much work involved in it. But this artist is nailing Thunderhawk and all the other surrounding vehicles.
Yeah.
Junkie, and that's what we were just talking about. Originally, Spectrum was just like a MacGuffin thing. It could do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So now it takes a whole head and makes it a half a head. I don't know. They're just kind of being established as just like energy-based, like beam weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I like that he gives him the fucking old school communicator, because every time you would see Brad Turner, he's wailing away on his guitar and he's like, "Ooh, gotta go."
Yep. And it is the old school design. It's not like it's like a brand new watch or anything. It looks like it came from the 80s.
Mother Slug says, "Too bad the toy can't do that. The doors would fall off." Come here, Odie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I do like that it flies over and he just takes off.
Yeah. I like the hovering fact too, though. So.
Mm-hmm.
Come here. Uh-oh, look who's coming to say hi to you guys.
Hey, what's going on?
That's it. That's all you get.
Yeah.
I do like that he said it's like
Operates on Spectrum. On the Spectrum. Wow.
Fwomp. I love that. Was awesome.
There you go.
yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, whatever the environment, whatever situations, the mask just, they do it in a way where it doesn't look silly. The mask actually do look like in real world application. You can see it happening, What's going on?
Well, you got a dude on a bike. Sir Green, what's up? Sir Green Lantern. You got a dude on a motorcycle that gets into a sidecar that's a submarine. I would think wearing some kind of a helmet is applicable. You got a guy flying a helicopter that transforms into a fast attack fixed wing aircraft. Mm-hmm. You got a dude flying around in a 1985 Z28. Not an IROC. Sorry, Z28.
Yeah, Chad.
With no doors, because the doors are the wings. We don't worry about physics. You probably want to wear a helmet. So that's why I like them more as helmets.
Yeah.
The fact that they have like some kind of offensive weapon built into them, I love it.
That's where it comes through.
So,
Yeah.
But
And
I
you
want to
wonder-
see Vanessa's. Like, is it a whip?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
going to be the telling part. So.
That's the thing I think they've done an extremely good job with. It's like you pull stuff previously from what the old show was, and yes, like I said, we'll have to show you something.
Before we jump into issue 2, you want to go over I think we starred some comments.
Yeah, let's go over some of these starred comments.
Alex,
I have a whip. Well, that's a little. That might be a
you
little
want to
bit
see
too
my dog again?
much.
What's up? You want to see my dog again? I'll show you my dog again. Cool Toys and Cool Things says Miles, Mayhem, and Cobra Commander would not get along in real life. Both are narcissists.
I absolutely believe. I think each one of them would believe that they should be the leader. I think
That's what I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for, because we've already seen Cobra Commander and Destro, right? Cobra Commander kind of lured them to a certain spot for a certain reason. And that was a really awesome game of chess to see between him and Destro. You know, Destro's got frickin' Mercer, but Cobra Commander's got Nemesis, Immortal, whatever, Enforcer, Immortal now. You know what I mean? So like they both brought their muscle, but it's just a battle of the minds. And then we also saw it play out between Miles Mayhem and General Flag, but we haven't seen yet Cobra Commander and Miles Mayhem. That's what I want to see.
And then you look at the fractions that they've given us already. We've got Cobra, we've got obviously Destro, Mars, Slash at one point, the Iron Grenadiers, I'm sure. You've got V.E.N.O.M. There's so many good fractions that I do think, because they just did the whole Dreadnought War kind of thing. I do think there's going to be a massive war that's going to take place with all 4 of those evil fractions with one another.
Yeah, and then if we want to expand on that again, we talk about like we create a thing and then we tighten their orbits. You saw how within Joe you have different factions within Joe, like Joe proper and Night Force are kind of going at it. So yeah. Crusty Old Crow, what is up, my dude? Says, I still feel like, as they did with ROM, we could see Micronauts and Energon if they aren't there already. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
You know what? ROM was an interesting choice. I did not think they were going to do ROM. When I saw them, I was like, okay. Micronauts, I've never been a fan of Micronauts, so I don't know how that's going to work in. I'm pretty sure, though, with ROM being introduced, I can't see them doing Micronauts, but I think maybe ROM and the Micronauts, you might be going a little too far and too many different of the shared universe things,
And we've talked about this every episode so far. How much is the sweet spot and how much is freaking Fonzie jumping the shark?
Yeah.
And I think that's the balance. And I'm sure Kirkman and his people think about that all the time. Like, do you think we could get away with decomposing the Inhumanoids? I'm sure somebody has probably mentioned it. But
if they do Inhumanoids, just make it its own book. Make it its own book.
Yeah, I don't see how the Inhumanoids at all would rotate around Energon.
So.
Yeah. Chet, what do you think? What do you think about this? You got any input?
I think for me personally, I think it'd be a step too far. There's with what they've established already, there's so much that they could tap into with just what they have right now that I think I could see maybe as like a one-off, but the problem is that the way that the whole Energon universe is working, whether it's like Void Rivals, G.I. Joe, anything, is that once it's introduced, you want to know more. And I think introducing Micronauts, maybe you get away with like a short series, maybe like a 5-book series of it, maybe, but I think it would just cause too much complication. So I don't know. I wouldn't really want to. I don't think I'd want to see it, to be honest.
The way that I see it right now is everything is either a major pillar or a bridge. So you have like, the space cosmic shit with the Void Rivals and the Quintessons and all that stuff. You got ROM, that's the bridge. Transformers with Jetfire also bridges from Void Rivals to Transformers. And then you have G.I. Joe and then M.A.S.K and Transformers, both bridge between Transformers and Joe. So everything is like a stepping stone to something else. And, you know, people are like, oh, well, Gem and Micronauts and fucking Visionaries. And I'm like, brakes. Pump the brakes, you know. Yeah.
Hold on.
So, yeah. It's why don't you just throw fucking She-Ra and the Care Bears in there too while you're at it? So
True.
Just my thought. But yeah, I mean, who knows, Crow? And if you want to see it, maybe you will. I don't know, brother. Sci-Fi Swamp Man. This is a question that I said we'd come back around to. How relevant is Void Rivals to the continuity? I think that's kind of a individual results may vary.
Yeah, you know what? I think they've done a good job of it. There's certain mixes in between it, but it's not concreted where it's like overtaking it. I think if you read Void Rivals, you will enjoy it on its own. It's more I say a space sci-fi kind of ish compared to, like, you know, when you hear certain elements, certain things, like when Jetfire is like introduced into Transformers, it's there, but it's not so heavily, I say, saturated that it hurts Void Rivals on its own. Because I enjoy reading Void Rivals, and while it's connected to the universe, it doesn't play such a huge role, I believe, in, like, you know, messing up what Void Rivals really is.
Right. The Void Rivals are related to the Transformers because they encounter a couple of Transformers, both Autobots and Decepticons, and the Quintessons. Boop! That's kind of it right there. And Sci-Fi Swamp Man, I don't even know if you've read Void Rivals, so I'm not going to spoil the thing, but once you get to it, you're going to be like, oh, that's one of those tropes that is used a lot in fiction. So Void Rivals is cool. I mean, it's cool, but you can read Transformers, not have to read Void Rivals, and you won't be like screwed up. Whereas with Joe and Transformers, it's a little more tightly interwoven, especially the shit with like the first contact of Starscream and how that kind of plays out in two different directions. So kind of one of those things.
Yeah, I think Void Rivals is realistically, one, it's a good place to just kick off the Energon Universe, because at the end of the day, I think that Void Rivals is foundational for the Energon Universe, right? It gives you this idea. It gives you this idea that the Energon Universe and what's happening is much larger than Transformers, much larger than G.I. Joe. So I think that you could get away with reading Void Rivals kind of on its own, but you should read at least the first 5 issues, somewhere around there, to get an understanding of just like how vast it is. I don't think that Void Rivals necessarily plays an important role for like Transformers or M.A.S.K or G.I. Joe. I do think it plays a big importance to understand how Energon is being used. I just think it's more foundation. It's a very good foundational book for the Energon Universe. That's my thoughts on Void Rivals.
Yeah.
And one last thing before we move on to the rest of the start stuff, so we can get on to issue 2. Right, we're devouring the whale one bite at a time. When they put out, it's behind my microphone right there. When they put out the Void Rivals, when they put out the only Energon set of toys, aside from Rugged Duke, which is freaking Energon Duke, I don't want to hear that bullshit. There was a reason that it was the Void Rivals characters and Jetfire versus Starscream, Duke, and I don't know, Baroness or fucking somebody. Void Rivals did start it all. So yes, that's why that set came out.
And that's probably, if you are into Void Rivals, that is probably the one essential set that you should pick up, because it's a direct representation of the first cover. And I think it's one of those things, how you do it. It worked with comic in that media, and it works exactly with toys. That's a perfect balancement of it.
Can you still get that set?
I'll have to check. I know it's.
I don't think so. I'm gonna check right now.
I hope you can. I hope you don't have to pay those. eBay prices and everything, because that's it.
I got 2, and I like the magic words "pretty please." I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I got 2. You guys were there.
I remember there too. And actually, that delighted you too, bro.
Yeah. Mother Slug is asked to do that fucking picture, man.
you're screwed on that, bud.
I don't
Make
give
a t-shirt, Mother Slug. Make a t-shirt.
Question: since talking Energon, has it ever been said in comics or lore who created the Transformers? I heard maybe Unicron was the first built, so who or what created him? I thought the Matrix of Life created the Transformers. Created the first primes or something.
It did in certain ways, and then also there's certain, like if you go through G1, it wasn't the Quintessons as well. So there's so many different versions of it that, you know, but right now in the comic, they haven't really said who was the bringer of life for the Transformers.
No, they're just living machines. They're an ancient race.
With
for a while.
The Void Rivals one you got is the Autobot Jetfire, right?
Yeah.
And both the two other so it's still on Hasbro Pulse. It's 114.
Great.
It's not bad. Yeah, the window box set. So it's a good look. The packaging on that, the representation is awesome.
Yeah.
Son of GTO, Chad sent you some pictures of a custom my friend did for me on your IG. Rad, dude. I'll check it out later.
All right.
So V.E.N.O.M is technically led by Dark Helmet from Spaceballs. Would that be President Scroob?
Yeah.
I think that would. So President Scroob was a little more ruthless. Dark Helmet was like goofy. It's Rick Moranis, right?
Yeah.
Man of Action. This is okay. We kind of touched on this.
Yeah.
Kitchen sink shit. Gem will be here sooner rather than later. You heard it here first.
Okay. We'll see.
And I hope I hear it here last.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah,
and then
maybe an appearance I could see, like maybe walking by or something, but read directly in the comic or something. I don't know about that.
As soon as they put that Gem fucking show poster Easter egg thing on bullshit Cold Slither set, everyone's like,
yeah.
Somebody's gonna clip that shit too. How about a masked Gem? Get it? Masked? How about a masked Gem? How about no Gem?
Yeah, I don't think this is
just leave them to be holograms, you know?
Again, I could see a deep dive where maybe she's number one on the charts or something, and the performance is being take place on the TV in the background. Yeah, that works. That's fine. But as far as her,
use her like Hector Ramirez, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Easter egg that shit.
Exactly. But to see her fully entrenched in the no, I don't. I think that'd be just taking it too far.
Now, see, Son of GTO says in humanoids and eco warriors, maybe. Yes.
Okay.
But would that not be Joe Main and not Energon?
I think Real American Hero.
Yeah, I would think real. But
although I don't think Larry.
Then you gotta get Larry.
Yeah,
bingo.
I don't think you can pull that off, bro. No.
Then you got to get Larry Hama to do something.
And I will tell you this. Again,
he's too busy crying about Citizen Vigilante.
Chad, you always take it just one notch.
Look, man, you guys love me.
I do. I would not expect.
I'm just real. That's it.
But the one thing I will say is that look, understand, yes, he wrote G.I. Joe. He did a lot of great things in his time. And you got to give him respect for what he's done. He is at the stage now, and I read Real American Hero, and he's gotten past his prime on writing those characters. Now, it does not work. He's not studying the terminology and keeping up date with it, and it's seeming outdated in a lot of the conversations that the characters have with one another. So while you can respect his work, what he's done, he's not moving forward with the Joe series now. And I'm a Stark person. I've read everything that he's done since the Skybound launch. There's been better. It needs to be better, and there could be a better writer to come in and give justice to some of these characters now.
Chet, is he frozen?
No. No. I'm not wearing.
I quit.
Yeah, and he's gone.
Where's your pink top?
Yeah, it's in my closet.
Yeah.
I have a hot pink polo shirt. I've been known to wear it for neon at night once in a while. So.
We could wear it on the next one.
We can actually. I'll put that on, and I'll put my white blazer on top of it.
You heard it here first, kids. The next episode of Energon War Room. Why there will be no gem in Energon War Room, and we're gonna wear pink.
There you go. There you go.
Do something. Do something.
Do something about it. Do something. Be the manliest cat ever.
T-Bob is going to be Soundwave's secret spy.
You know what? Mother Slug is digging deep, but it might work.
What if he was an Autobot and he was there to like half protect, half keep tabs on them? That
would work. Again, look,
versus
nothing's off the table. Yeah, nothing's off the table, man.
Nicotronis, look at this guy. ROM plus mask equals headmasters and target master.
Wow. It's you know, I will say I'm glad I'm not writing these books. There's a lot of stuff to do.
And Alex, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
So we have this comment.
Yeah. Okay. Like I said, I appreciate.
And then we have this comment.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. That's yeah. There's a difference. Well, that's something that we normally would take place in the Discord. You would have
get this. It's gonna get this.
Wolverines. Hell yeah.
Gotta get some shout out for them. Yeah, normally we have those conversations in the Discord.
Yeah.
Just say it.
No, okay. So there's no micronauts. What about macro nuts? are nuts macronutrients? Is that what we're talking about?
We're getting some deep dives here.
Sir Green Lantern says 3 aspects of drama is conflict: 1 man versus man, 2 man versus nature, 3 man versus himself. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's it. TD Trooper, what is up, dude?
What's going on, TD?
Man? Good to see you. Eric? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Mother Lug says system overload, too many characters.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to use everything you have, you know. You could like store some of it. It won't happen in Humanoids is a persona non grata.
Does not exist. Yeah.
How about we have Voltron? We'll do the vehicle force and the lion force. So we'll just chuck them all in there.
Shut the hell up.
Well, that would just cause an argument of which one's better, Lion Force or Vehicle Force.
Lion Force, because Beast Can Go Lion is the shit. What's up, Palpatine? Good to see you, dude.
What's going on?
Cesspool is an agent of Decompose.
Okay.
You know what? I would get behind that.
I could. Absolutely.
So good. This is I freaking who doesn't love Switchblade, dude?
Yeah, no, it's a perfect vehicle.
Hasbro, because they didn't lock down the name.
Well, yeah.
Switchblade, Rhino, Piranha.
It's all gone. Yeah.
Which is weird because I didn't think those were trademarkable names.
Yeah. You know. Well, Switchblade maybe adds the vehicle, but Piranha? Like, yeah.
A rhinoceros? Like, those are actual things.
Interesting, but hey, you know, this is what happens. You know, their trademark and the license department has sorely been lacking over the several decades. They've made a lot of mistakes when it comes to that.
Yeah. Jim Largo says, well, we all know Energon did something weird to the swamp where the Dreadnoks hang out, so that could be an Inhumanoids. You know, I won't discount that. How about that?
It's a good dive. It could work, but you know.
Yeah.
Did you want to read all the fine print here?
Fuck no. I mean, no thanks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so rolling into issue 2.
So the funny thing about I have to get this off my chest real quick.
Go ahead.
Switchblade now, which again, it doesn't tie into the loyal subject stuff because you got blonde-haired, blue-eyed Matt Trakker instead of Black Trakker, and then the updates to the fucking Switchblade. This is based off of a Chinese rotary wing attack aircraft where it has 2 main rotors and not a tail rotor. You see how it's 2 main rotors, and if you
Yeah,
go up to that previous page, 2 main rotors.
Yeah, it does. Oh, okay.
No, that's based off a Chinese, fast attack helicopter. I would have liked to have seen that freaking update to the toy.
Yeah, that would have been awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Hopefully Ace does it.
Oh, I would love to see Ace do that because he's into the whole aviation thing. So yeah, I would love to see that.
If he gets around to Switchblade in 118, I'll put it in his ear. But right now he's working on Piranha. So,
all right.
They do. His bike is so good looking right here. Like I need this in like 118 scale. Like,
oh yeah, that bike's freaking awesome, dude.
Yes, I think
there's a couple of Joe bikes that came out throughout the years. I have a 118 scale custom Brad Turner, and he's just hanging out with one of my freaking Rise of Cobra Ninja motorcycles.
Okay.
So,
yeah, makes sense. Again, like I said, he does this artist does a great job of like establishing shots, and he just landscape wise and everything else. It just has very looks cinematic when you open up these books. I give him credit on that as a new artist in what they're doing right now.
Yeah,
he does.
I do. I do. Yeah. So Miles goes and retrieves the obviously Cybertronian black hole MacGuffin. Is that one of their Skybridge things?
That's what I kind of thought it was. It would be a Skybridge. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't beat you over the head with it, which is cool because you're like waiting to learn more. Like where are they going to go with this? But you kind of look at it and go, yeah, I think I've seen that before.
But you can see the thing right here too. The center panels, you could see it ripping through. So that's where it was pretty awesome. Yeah, they do such a good job of just establishing shots, everything. This is where you get into Baker and Sato. Awesome setups, Sweden, Norway, so you get an idea of like where they're coming from. I love the next scene, the banter between Baker and Matt.
She hates him,
just hates him, but will also work with him. It's like it's so good. You're a pompous ass, and I hate you.
Yeah,
but
noted.
Mad because she's like rock climbing. Yeah,
But you know what? That comes off where you go right back to the General Flag conversation. He does come off as a pompous ass.
He does,
and like a know-it-all and the smartest guy in the room. And I think that does rub people the wrong. Other than when you saw it on the original cartoon show, like everybody kind of got along with one another and they were kind of cool. I like personal conflict in teams.
Yeah. So one, Hinderer, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. I already threw your comment up on the screen. 2, I read him, and I don't know if this is like low-hanging fruit or whatever. Very much. Do you guys remember White Man Can't Jump? Wesley Snipes' character in that movie, right? I read him as very Wesley Snipes from that movie.
Yeah, or very confident.
Yeah.
Yet also he knows his abilities and skills. And I think you get that. Now, like I said again, I also think the youth has they've done a very good job of writing the way somebody I perceive them to be in his like 20s. How they act. There's a very you've got this whole thing like you've got a bulletproof shield on, and then the older that you get, you find out bullets hurt. That's exactly where I kind of feel that he's at right now in his personal life.
Dude, their version of the shark is sick. Hey, I got to pause for the cause here real quick. You ready?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. 1, read that.
I guess I got to do it. It's on the screen. Would you like me to come on a panel sometime? We will get around to that. Yes, we are gonna have a point of having like around about everybody popping on the show on the Shadow Notes Network. So we'll work on that one right now. I hope that's what the The whole conversation.
But it will require you are not allowed to wear leather and whips.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no.
Handcuffs and thigh boots are
I
fine.
was waiting for this.
That'll be the one.
Don't get me in trouble.
Yeah.
Everyone will tune in for that show, so we're
I'm
good.
Sure.
Anyway, Michael Zimmerman says clearly Gloria and Matt dated. They might get to that. There's a little more exposition that takes place in the conversation between Bruce Sato and Gloria Baker.
Yeah. Okay. Now I can kind of see that, a little too personal in the situation. That definitely does make sense now. Yeah.
Again, with the establishing shots, right? Like this is awesome with Baker driving.
Yeah, Crusty Crow is right.
Yeah, they definitely nailed it with the vehicles. Nailed it.
Yeah.
I also like the updated all the racing designs and everything, the colorization and everything. I think they've done a really good job of making it stand out. It doesn't look like an older vehicle. It looks like something that there's a lot of rally elements. Yeah, exactly.
I often wonder what these would look like if Sean Gordon Murphy drew them.
Oh no, they would be off. That guy could draw any kind of car on the face of the planet.
They would be.
Jesse, what's up, brother?
Epic. What's going on, man? Yeah, Sean Gordon Murphy drawing cars would be.
But this artist here does a great job because he's shifting from doing Thunderhawk, which is very blocky, and now he's got a very curved.
Don't get me wrong. I think the vehicles are fantastic in this. I'm just
Yeah,
the writers do a great job with the use of not only the art that shows speed and things like that, but also their use of panels. And we saw that in the first issue where Matt Trakker was heading toward that canyon and they were all following, like Alex was saying, very, very widescreen, very sweeping. So Hinderer says he is new to M.A.S.K. That's okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
That's awesome, man.
Look, and that's the thing, especially with the new, I'm smacking my mic, especially with what's going on with the Energon M.A.S.K. I mean, this is issue 1. They were only 2 issues deep.
Yeah, and they've done second printings, so you can actually attain this book. That's a good thing about it.
It's a Porsche.
That's what I thought it was. Oh,
yeah, it's a Porsche.
I thought it was a Porsche. Yeah,
it's a Porsche. That's why they never made Shark as a toy under Kenner, because they couldn't use the Porsche, so they never made the Shark. It wasn't until Ace made it. Absolutely. This artist needs to work on eyes.
We got a little bit of the meth eyes going again.
He's like the guy from Blade Runner. I just do eyes. I just do eyes.
Yeah. Every artist has that one twitch that they can't fully master. Every artist, when you look at their work, there's just something that you're like, it doesn't look right,
Yeah, I think this is
it's a 928 Porsche. Thank you very much. And this is current day.
Yeah, it's current.
It's not period piece.
Yeah,
that's why at the beginning of issue 1, when they're talking about his 1985 IROC, thank you very much.
Don't get it wrong.
They're saying his car's an old piece of shit.
Yeah.
This is an important conversation, right? Kind of sets things up.
Yes. Yeah.
She's like, "What do you mean, toy maker?" And then they see kind of what's going on. Then they're having the conversation with Matt, who's trying to direct traffic while he's not there. It's kind of funny though. She drives off, jumps into the water.
James Lucas just right off the bat is like, he designs toys. Just stand by, okay? Just stand by.
Stand by. This is one of my favorite panel sequences. I'll take the eyes over the live field foot on the gas.
Wait, what about exaggeratedly out of proportion pectoral areas and pouches on pouches?
Yeah, well, it takes a fine artist to put 3 or 4 pouches on top of one another.
Yeah,
Well, that's a fine point of the trait.
Yeah,
Dude,
but
Jesse, shut your mouth. If I want to say data versus data, I'm going to do it. If I'm going to say Porsche,
this is the same person that'll tell you it's MOFX and not Mayfex.
it is MAFX. It's MAFX. It's action figure. It's MAFX.
Yeah.
I was also the dude who fucking emailed Blockies and said, okay, I got to know. Is it Blokies or Blockies?
Exactly. Yeah.
They were like, no, it's Blockies. And I screenshot the fucking email and I said, you're bullshit.
Everyone will still, though, with that. Remember, everyone's still going to tell you
say
you're
Porsche?
wrong.
Who doesn't say Porsche?
I don't know, but yeah.
Well, if you're around people that collect Porsches, you will be correct.
That's it. I quit. I quit.
No end about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So bad.
It's
But
Z, not Z. Look,
yeah.
we're gonna go rounds. We're gonna
No,
go rounds.
she's Canadian. Leave her alone. She doesn't know any better.
Yeah, I actually do say Z Force when I talk about Action Force. I do say Z Force.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, this is a great panel. Awesome establishing shots of the Porsche.
Porsche.
Porsche, yeah.
The Germans.
the Germans.
The Deutsch. Yeah.
Oh, she's got like BKHR on there. Wonder what that means.
Baker.
Yeah. Just making sure you guys pay attention. But yeah, this is a cool shot. I like this. Conversation in here is pretty good.
He was wrong about that. He was
out
wrong.
there. You're the one that's Canadian, not.
I don't have. Yeah, I thought I had the insensitive clip on here, but I don't.
I know.
I gotta fix that. I gotta.
Yeah,
fix
that.
You can give her one of those little. What's the bush Wookie?
Oh God, yeah, I could. Jesse, of course I know, man. I love you too.
Yeah. This is cool. Just them seeing everything that's going on under the ocean. You kind of getting an idea of what they're dealing with, which is good.
Hey, the hidden. I already starred your question about Vortec. We'll come back around to it. We're just trying to get through these panels.
Yeah,
I do love the difference between the subtleness on the artist has done a good job updating the mask, yet each one doesn't look like he just drew the same mask.
Right.
There's differences between it. So I do kind of like that. You can tell the characters and everything. I dig this, man. Burger King human resource. You know what? Burger King does need an actual part of that. I will tell you that.
That's what a car means. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love one thing I like about this is that the color, the tint of the panels that are underwater.
Yeah.
So Nate, what's up? Welcome in. What's up, guys? Love the Energon Universe. Well, you found the right show. So we do it
Good
once
to
a month.
see you, brother. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Just checking in. Have you drank water today? Did you eat? Did you take your meds?
There you go. Always good to have that check-in every now and then.
Always.
Yeah,
Public service announcement, kids. Yeah.
One thing, Chet and Jana want to know, maybe we can throw up a poll on this. But I'm curious to see if there were people that were interested in M.A.S.K before they were in the Energon Universe, and has that helped them actually discover the comics? So is it because M.A.S.K is now in Energon? Are you reading the comics due to that? Or were you just reading the Energon Universe and just decided to grab an actual one? So the difference between the two is has the comics reintroduced you into M.A.S.K, or were you already a fan before?
You want to do it, Chet? You want me to do it?
I'm doing it right now. I'm trying to figure out what the question
Look
is.
at this guy. He's Johnny on the spot. Yeah, Michael, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here.
There you
go. Jim Largo says it's good that the helmet designs actually allow them to turn their heads. Yeah, it is.
Yes.
And they all look familiar enough, but just kind of updated enough at the same time. Even Matt Trakker's Spectrum. Yeah. It's very much the what is it? Somebody's gonna actually the fire ship pilot from Star Wars Episode 3.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Right.
Absolutely. Yep.
We'll guide you in. Right. It very much looks like the fire ship pilot. I don't care if you're eating. I don't care if you're eating at all. You guys blame each other. Don't blame me.
Show off.
Bill Varos says Energon rekindled memories of M.A.S.K to give it a try.
There you go. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna be the first to put it in the poll. Doopy doop 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 doop.
Put in your little numbers. We're gonna hide it because we don't want anyone to, we want to make sure people. But yeah, look, they do such a good job of doing a lot of establishing shots underwater. The conversation that's happening during this is extremely important. Energon Universe has given me a renewed interest in these older properties. Yeah, that like I've always I apologize. I've always loved M.A.S.K. I think it's been fantastic. I used to read the comics back in the day. I wasn't a fan of the ones that they released a couple years ago, but the original ones were awesome. I like the cartoon, even though if you rewatch it's super cheesy.
Some of them are just
the idea of
the same thing with Sunbow Joe.
Yeah.
Not everyone's a hit. Half of them are stupid as shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, I rhymed.
Yeah, you did a good job there. I did like that it was like the play on like King Arthur and Knights of the Round Table. I think that's what was cool about M.A.S.K. I'm gonna have to take out.
That's gonna have to be all on chat right there. I knew that was gonna be a chat. All right, getting back to Matt Trakker.
Yeah.
They did do it right this time. I would agree.
Absolutely.
I think they definitely did things right. Again, like the panel work and getting it to where you feel like you're in the story, I think is phenomenal. And just the way this is drawn is awesome. This is so.
I'm agree with you, man. It's like just the whole, even from the the zip lines and them actually being in the midst of a little bit of a underwater vortex. You can it's believable.
They're in a pickle.
Yeah. They're in a little pickle. And then you see that I really like what they do with these panels when they just have the effects going over them. I think they do that very well. I just want the figures made better. I really do want to collect them. Yeah,
absolutely. That's why I said again, I think Ace is coming to the rescue on this.
He is. Yeah, he is. But it's nice to see the Piranha sub sidecar.
Yes.
Honest question, what is the ending time for today? We're almost at the end of issue 2, and then we'll just wrap it up with a few more start. We generally only go 2 hours, so
yeah.
But a lot of it is you guys are distracting us.
Yeah. Hope you weren't distracting us. I love this scene, by the way. It's a very, very good scene.
Yeah, it is awesome.
It is.
Yeah, they right here you see that she's knocked out. He's got to take over. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Wow.
This issue in particular really establishes that Venom's vehicles are a lot more offensively capable.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe it's just because they're more aggressive, but I mean, we see it here, and then it's going to come back.
Yeah. They do this really well too. The thing that I love is that whatever is written, the artist knows how to just bring it to life.
Yeah.
And that is something that you don't see a lot. I think some people are really starting to do it better now, but like he really tells the description very well, right?
Yeah.
And then right here you can like feel the panic of like having to get it right.
Yeah.
The car's like the shark is beat up. Yeah. Like this panel is awesome. This one right here. Just being able to like kind of like you could tell the distance it's there. side-by-side shots of both of them shooting, which is fantastic. And the thing is too is like even the missiles are different, which is cool. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, they're not using the same this panel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like that. You've got obviously, vehicles taking damage on, and you're like, well, wow, they just really put that through the banger. And it's very rare when when it came to like the TV show, every now and then something would get wrecked but it'd be a quick patch, a quick fix. This is one of those things where it's like that car might be out of service for a while, and then that opens up the door for him to use another vehicle. Because remember, she was bouncing back and forth between two separate vehicles in the show.
That's right. And then even in the original Deke cartoon, I mean, Matt Trakker destroyed Thunderhawk like right out of the gate. Yeah, like he sacrificed it, and he didn't have his own ride for a minute. So,
yep.
Right here is awesome. Just see the aftermath.
Yeah, they're both just kind of screwed up. Now we get into some exposition.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is I think we're coming up to probably the most important part of like issue 2.
Yeah.
There it is, right there.
Yep.
Yeah. So it establishes in the M.A.S.K comic that Bruce Sato, what kind of toy maker are you? He was a weapons designer for Mars, which is, it's cool that they laid it out like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it gives you a more deeper dive into the whole entire Energon universe, kind of like, taken as a whole. It's like, one character can be another character. Now we know that she's going to have some form of a personal relationship with Destro.
Yep. Exactly. And then what they talk about Matt Trakker being independently wealthy, which he is, right? Yeah. He has all the money for all the research and development. I love this. Yeah. Well, because they show Matt Trakker when they're talking about how he's rich, right? And he's like, "Hey, I'm coming. Here I come." Right?
He said he should be right on top of you shortly, so they think like, "Oh, cool. I see him down here."
Yeah,
and then we get the eyeballs again.
Yeah.
And then
oh shit!
Oh no! And then also, could we talk about just his face behind the visor?
Yes.
This is such good. This is so good. But oh no! Kaboom!
Yeah.
Done.
And then heroin eyes again.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But that is an awesome shot of the shark just getting decimated.
Yes.
And if you want to, you can send your questions to mask@skybound.com.
You can.
Why do you draw meth addict eyes? Yeah.
Look, I don't know, maybe you lived in the neighborhood, but that's all they saw. I don't know.
Look, I am glad that they didn't make scroll up. Look at that, Gloria Baker. I'm so glad she didn't look like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I appreciate the fact that Energon thus far has made these women beautiful, right? They're beautiful, they're capable, they're dangerous. All that stuff of like what video games do, and they make these like mocap and voice actors ugly intentionally, or the way that G.I. Joe Renegades made Scarlet look like a fucking foot.
Yeah.
Stop making your females ugly. Like that, all that stuff that's over with. Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Deep dive right there. Deep dive.
Dr. Venom.
Like I said again, I love what they represent, and I think it's been absolutely one thing the comics have done. It's just fun. When you read the comics, you're excited to get to the next issue, but it's fun as you're going through it to see all these different IPs reimagined in a way that works well together. Mars is the god of war, Ares. Okay, there you go. Get some right there. Throw a little bit of lessons into us, Sir Green Lantern. Appreciate that, sir. But I think Look, cops just showed up. Oh, well, we'll see about that.
Huh? What?
We'll see about that. If you want some cops, go over to Big Bad Workshop. They're knocking that stuff out at the moment. We saw that at San Diego Comic-Con.
They're giving it out.
Yeah, they are. They're all in deep, but I think they seem more the retro. I don't think they've updated them too much. So,
do they have the license though?
I don't know. They're making them. So I don't. And they're cops and crooks when you see, which I've always liked. Just call them cops.
Well, that's why when Heavy Armor Toys, because I'm a big fan of like fans do the best work. Heavy Armor Toys was showing all these renders that he made of Sergeant Savage characters in 118 O-Ring, and I'm like, dude, just do them. Every time he would show another one, like, oh, here's Dynamite, oh, here's D-Day, oh, here's General Blitz, and I'm like, bro, they don't even know what trademarks they own. Just freaking make it, man.
Yeah.
The worst you're gonna get is a C&D after you already make them. It's the worst you're gonna get.
Yeah, you're right. Or if ever get. Okay.
So the interesting thing about Ares versus Mars. So Ares is a Greek god, right? Yeah. And Mars is the Roman god of protection. So Destro's whole thing was always kind of like that Tony Stark suit of armor, bring stability, right? Peace through strength kind of a thing. So we'll see.
All right. Well, like I said, what was your out of the first two issues of the M.A.S.K, what was your favorite part of it?
Chet, me? Yeah, you.
I honestly think that the first two issues of M.A.S.K, I think they're doing really good character building and really good really good, like we're setting the tone to personalities, kind of like pecking order, right? We saw this back and forth with Flag and Trakker. We've seen how Miles Mayhem, I think the thing that's important is I think Miles Mayhem's introduction and his personality and his motives were explained from Transformers 25 to 28, right? So we really don't need a full M.A.S.K series like issue of Miles Mayhem. That we'll get into it, I'm sure, but I love and we've talked about this a lot, is I just love the fact that they're building character, and so you're gonna figure out you have the ability to get attached to like whatever character you want to get attached to. So I think they're doing a really good job of character building, which they could have just jumped in and just gone for it, but they didn't. You learn about Shadow Watch, you learn about how Flag didn't like Trakker, and they thought that Miles Mayhem was the right one, and then Shadow Watch was kind of like a failure, and so realistically, Matt Trakker made a power move by giving Flag the watch and then calling him Agent 43, right? So that is kind of like a power play, which I think we'll see later on of what that actually means for Flag. So that's what I think about it.
And a lot of that harkens back to the whole Unit E revolution thing too, which and that also ties in Matt Trakker being black, right? So if anybody remembers the old Unit E comic, they were all kind of one interconnected thing back then.
That's right. Yeah.
You want to know what I think?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you what I think. You ready?
Well, tell me what you think. I don't know if that really tells me what you think.
I know he wants to sing the song, bro. You can sing it. That's what you see. You didn't get that one.
You don't want to sing it because you get flagged on YouTube.
Oh, I forgot about that new rule. Yeah,
you can't even hum it.
Really?
Yeah.
No, if you hum it,
you can't hum songs now. If you hum songs now, you get flagged. It's wild. So
did you guys see that? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go off topic for just a second. It's like a 30-second off script. It might be like 42 seconds actually. When I did the 5-year anniversary stream on Thursday about the Snake Eyes G.I. Joe Origins movie, showed the trailers, right? 2 trailers, talked over them, did the EFAP thing, paused, talked about it, backed it up, talked about it, blah, 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 blah. I got freaking struck.
I saw that. Mm-hmm.
What the ass, man? How many people do freaking trailer reviews and play the audio?
Yeah,
that's that bullshit. That's that bullshit.
They're probably getting
all
flagged.
You guys
too.
want 1/12 scale everything, just hit the bricks. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I think it's great that they are building bigger, more interesting stories, characters, universes with every effort they put out.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of like filler moments and issues throughout all the books, but for the most part, it's like you're learning more about Baroness, you're learning more about, Clutch, and you're learning more about Hound, and on and on. And now we're learning more about, Brusato works for Mars, or he worked for Mars up until recently. It's just building a bigger, richer, more interconnected universe. That's the way that it should be. They're not just like, here's a book for the sake of a book.
Yeah.
There's reasons behind what they do.
I appreciate the updates. I like that Spectrum is more lethal.
Yes.
That was something that I hadn't thought of because of the era where I remember M.A.S.K in, but these subtle pushes towards real world applications and things like that really, really kind of like took me out of the issue where I was like, wow, like I have to now reevaluate my thoughts on what I thought M.A.S.K was. And it opens up now the imagination of what it can be. So I've appreciated their suits. The helmet thing, I understand it, and it's kind of worked out, but I like the different designs of the helmets though.
Yes.
They're not quite just absolutely. The past. They've updated them. So it's really kind of pushed me to this is the thing they're calling Chaz because he's on a new level. Hey, Largo, you're not wrong. Anybody that bucks against the tide, they normally bring a little bit of current to push them back, man.
I'm on a new level.
Yeah, there you go. But that's what I've appreciated about it, is that now from this point on, I'm looking forward to what other interpretations are going to do with the series. Well,
Man of Action says because Hama and I don't get along.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
Look, the minute I walked into the door to DFW this year, Greg Brown comes over. He's like, we got to talk. And I'm like, what's this bullshit now?
Yeah.
Well, people went to Larry Hama and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I don't give a shit.
But also, this is the one thing while we're going on a sub point. See for yourself. Don't just listen to what other people say about a situation. Take the time. I think if he would have took the time, looked at the show, looked at the situation, and made his own evaluation, instead of taking something from someone else who obviously has a bias in their own way, because usually when people bring you stories at times, you've got to wonder, is that in your best interest or in their best interest?
Yeah.
And
there's generally
that's where I say shame on you, because he's a person that, look, he was in the military. He's seen things, he should know how that works. And I just think that's a point of ignorance when you listen to others and not make an evaluation for yourself.
Yeah, there's a lot of self-serving bias going on, but whatever. Absolutely. It is what it is. Anyway, back to the positive stuff. The Hidden. Does anyone here think the Transformers human villain character Silas from the Hub Network will appear in Skybound? And was Silas intended to be a link to M.A.S.K in that Transformers Prime cartoon?
I could see him showing up because he had a completely different, and that gives him another fraction. So yeah, I could see. I mean, look, he was the best part about Transformers Prime. I love that character, and I could see that happening. I could, man. I love the Hidden. He always he's thinking about these the books, the whole entire lore. So I give him credit for that. But yeah, great question, man.
He's good people. Yeah, I'd be down with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be down with T-Bob being a freaking Transformer too. I don't know how you would work that in, since Matt built it for Scott as like his weird, creepy robot
butler,
babysitter / doesn't understand boundaries.
The reason why T-Bob worked so much in the 80s cartoons is because Scott was an idiot. Yeah, so, I mean, the first episode, like,
I know.
he's
T-Bob
already
was
ruined.
an enabler. He's like, hey, let's steal Switchblade.
Yeah, exactly.
Steal it.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, wasn't too much AI at work to that. The artificial intelligence part, you had to take that intelligence out because they would get us some points, and that was I think that was the catalyst of those times. It's like, all right, we need a stupid kid to do something, that the team wouldn't.
He's gonna create Ultron for Scott, and when M.A.S.K becomes a live action movie,
We'll see about that one.
They licensed that back in the day when they did Battleship, but I think since then they've kind of like taken that away. Because
that whole thing where they were talking about doing this massive shared universe with M.A.S.K and Visionaries and ROM.
Yeah, that was also when they owned E.N.O.M, and they've recently sold E.N.O.M. So
Snake Eyes was an E.N.O.M release.
Oh, I know. I was at the building when they did that, and that E.N.O.M building. Because a lot of people know E.N.O.M used to be, before they became this massive. And I had 2 projects at E.N.O.M. They did all the comedy. If you look at all the like early 2000s and late 90s, they did all the comedians DVDs. So that's what they were before. They were like massive into Battleship and all those other things.
I just know Bluey, right? Didn't they do Bluey?
They did do that.
That's all I know about E.N.O.M is they did. But in fact, I didn't even know they did the Snake Eyes movie until I had to watch that movie for the 1/2/3 friggin' time.
Yeah. Every time you kind of get involved with a new production company, they usually send you a library. And I walked into the offices and goes, you go down and get familiar with our stuff. And they gave me like 3 boxes of like DVDs full of all these comedians. And I was like, oh shit, I don't want this.
Where's the door, man?
Same thing.
But anyway, he
was great.
Well, anyway, so he's asking, would a vertical takeoff and landing craft be the best version for Venom Switchblade? I mean, it's a helicopter, so by default, it's a vertical takeoff aircraft. So, yeah.
I think it's great.
I mean, who knows? In jet mode, it might have that, but I've never seen him land it or take it off in jet mode. He always like takes off in helicopter mode, gets going, he gets a little forward momentum, and then transforms it.
Yeah, I don't think he does. I don't think he does that. The one thing I like. I'm hoping for is that they just start exploring all the unreleased vehicles. They come up with newer ones. I think that I think there was a big missed opportunity there, and then obviously we have Ace making the 1/18 scale, so that's awesome. But we'll see what happens.
Hum around and find out. Nate Wolf said that he had to go. His wife just finished cooking dinner. You said you do this show every month. Great show, guys. Yeah. Thank you for being here, my man. God bless you. The Hidden says, now wants to know, do we think that Vortex could fit in? I mean, Vortex, it's really just M.A.S.K anyway, right?
Yeah, that's what they did with the line after.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could throw Vortex vehicles and characters into it. I wouldn't be surprised if like 1 or 2 show up. Why not?
I wouldn't either.
That's like when you saw Psykill in the Transformers comics and he was fighting Megatron in an arena of sport, and everybody's like, "Oh, hey, look, it's Psykill." Why not? Which I think Psykill would stomp his ass. That's just me.
Anything's possible, man. So I could definitely see them pulling that, and also never be surprised you don't see a deep dive in the back of a comic book.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I don't see why Vortex wouldn't fit in with M.A.S.K, since it's really just a spiritual successor to it, it's almost the same shit with different names, right?
Yeah, it was all the unreleased stuff from M.A.S.K.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
Nate Wolf, we know that Nate already had to leave. Are they doing the figures over again? The company that just did them does not look good to me. I'm sorry you had to leave, Nate. This was kind of the meat and potatoes that I wanted to get to.
I think he got it. I think someone answered that for him in the chat while I was here about Classified.
And where did they get that information from, Chet?
Not obviously from you when you said it earlier.
Yeah,
Or
right.
you talked about it on your other streams.
Yeah, right.
Hashtag Chad was right.
Again and again and again and again.
I mean,
it
has to get really tiresome when you just have to hear that every fucking month.
It's got to be tiresome to keep coming up with new ways to like deny it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, the classified's doing mask figures again, like I had said previously today alone and on numerous other occasions. Yeah, so they'll be one version of Matt Trakker with two different heads. Obviously, he's got gloves on, right? So it doesn't matter. You can either have your blonde Matt Trakker, you can have your updated current day Unit E Revolution Matt Trakker. It doesn't matter, whatever your flavor is. They're going to do Matt, Gloria, Vanessa, and Miles for sure. Now I can't remember when I saw this and I started, I was like kind of going through my brain housing group and I was thinking, which ones were the 2-packs? Was it the Energon or was it M.A.S.K? Now I can't remember. I'm going to have to go back through my messages, my super secret messages, and look to see what it was. But off the top of my head, I can't remember. But there are Energon figures and toys coming. In fact, somebody, while you guys were at San Diego Comic-Con, did an interview with the Transformers team, and they said, yeah, 2027, there will be Energon Transformers.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it is happening.
Now, like I said again, deny it is stupid.
The way all of us want to see like this interconnected scales that work with one another, you're not going to get that. Yeah, no. It's going to be very onesie-twosie. Think about this behind my microphone, the Void Rival set with Jetfire. They don't scale well. Yeah. Think about that. Think about rugged Duke. Right. Yeah. But the Energon Baroness, she's done. So I've physically seen Energon Baroness.
That's
which is I think
I physically saw Energon Duke.
Well, again, I still don't get the rugged part because rugged just doesn't make sense. Just that's a terrible name just to the point. Oh, he's Rugged Duke. Okay, Energon Duke would have been far well perceived a little bit better.
It's Raiders Gators.
Yeah. Later Gator, after a while,
Crocodile.
And so many people were like, well, that's Resolute Duke. And it's like, well, first of all, Resolute Duke has a big scar down his eye because it tied in with Retaliation Duke, which goes all the way back to the original 64 movable fighting man. And the fact that he has a giant army across his plate carrier. So no, that is not freaking Resolute Duke whatsoever. But just the deflecting. Well, but B-Max said it's Rugged Duke. It can't be Energon Duke. It says, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Last minute, you want to take the word Energon off of it. That's fine. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah,
but a duck is still a duck.
Remember, B-Mac was also couldn't do an unboxing of the Snowcat because he hurt his hand while shaking everyone's hand at San Diego Comic-Con with nothing wrapped around it.
I distinctly remember that.
You know what that sounds like?
Yeah. Waiting for it.
I don't have the clip, but that's that bullshit. That's exactly what it is.
I thought he had the clip.
No. Okay. Wolverine's checking in and the Bush Wookiee are the only ones I have.
We'll have to put it in for next month.
I'll work on that.
This is you, Chad.
Are you talking about Hasbro 375?
Yeah.
I have not heard.
Yeah.
They're keeping that for Tron.
I think that's a
they tried to.
Yeah,
I think that's a dead initiative right there. Wow.
It's not dead.
So they are gonna
I know for a fact that Hasbro 375 is not, it's not in the can, but they did shit can the Transformer Joe collabs.
I remember you told me that. Yeah.
When they quietly just kind of made that Mobat Prime and Hound Vamp, even after they had already received product numbers, they just kind of made them go away. And that was technically 2 years ago.
Couldn't they have used that for Energon?
You mean the Transformer Joe collab line? They could have, but I think they don't work together. Yes, they could have, but they had to stop it in order to maybe if they bring it back around. There was a lot of stuff that happened when the move to Boston was finalized and they knew like, you know, X, Y, and Z people were going to leave the company. A lot of stuff just stopped. It didn't
sense.
like die or get shit canned. It just kind of like hit the brakes, and that's where it is.
Yeah, because that was one of my favorite versions of what they were doing. And again, the O-rings, like I never thought Super 7 did a good job with the O-rings. I got
the freaking Sergeant Slaughter right here on the wall.
Yeah.
But again, when I said, hey, they're coming out with a Sergeant Cup Triple T, the amount of crap that I caught for that.
Yeah. It was the
hashtag. You were wrong.
Yeah, Chad is wrong. The hashtag was going, and then they had to reverse that.
Whoever asked that question about Hasbro 375, here's the thing.
That's still wind.
Could they have stopped the Mobat Prime and General Hawk because they don't work in Energon? Sure. But I haven't heard anything about now they're going to do Prime as the cab over semi with, you know, somebody else with, you know, Rugged Duke. I haven't heard that yet. So I can ask questions, but I generally just get like, I get like this vomitorium dump of stuff, and some stuff I share and some stuff I just shit can. So
I can tell you, they do the cab over version. I'm definitely buying that.
Yeah. But then again, is it MP10 or MP44? I can't remember which one is Prime and which one is Megatron because I get wrapped up in my own head sometimes. So I think it's MP10 Prime, right? Yeah, MP10 Optimus Prime. If you take the Takara Masterpiece MP10 Optimus Prime with 3 3/4 inch Joe, they're perfectly scaled together. That's how I have all of mine displayed. So the Masterpiece Soundwave, Megatron, Prime, they all work great with the 118 figures.
There you go. So all right.
But they're not going to do that. They're going to do like here's a Studio Series like fucking half-ass 5-inch Optimus Prime with Megatron's arm. That's what you're going to get. So.
Yeah, they got to do a little bit better on that one, man. I will tell you that.
Yeah. It is what it is. Oh, look, there it is.
There you go. There you go. Largo.
What about Shockwave Rugged Switchblade Baroness?
And that was the joke. I'm like, oh, okay, so since I've seen the Baroness, by the way, I've seen the classified water moccasin too.
Oh.
What are they going to call her? Are they going to call her Rugged Baroness?
I'm sure.
But you paint yourself into a corner. Do you guys remember when they came out with the Cobra Flight Pod and the Televiper and his arms were black? Yeah. And that one artist tried to lie and said like, no, the arms are intentionally black. It's like, first of all, you didn't put that bullshit ripstop, grid that you put on everything. You just painted the arms, recolored another head so people would buy multiples. Like, we understand that. That's fine. Just don't lie to people. If once you lose your integrity and your authenticity, that's it. Never bullshit a bullshitter. And they will do it at any chance they get. It's just like, just don't lie to your customer base.
Yeah, I totally agree on you that one. Sometimes it's good to just be like, hey, we goofed, or no, this is how we did it. And people will have a better respect for you than to purchase an item and it's crap. Yeah.
Look, we decided to paint the arms black and give you different heads and hands packs so that people would want to army build it. Cool. Thanks for the consideration. Instead, it's like, no, that's Rugged Duke. That's not Energon Duke. And it's like, dude, every image of Duke and Energon looks just like that, down to the throat mic. Come on, man. You're fucking.
Well, he did remember when they announced that we were even showing it compared to the comic, and it was like 99% the same thing. So
it's dead on. It's dead on. Yeah. Crystal clear, dude. The Resolute figures are so good, man.
You should.
100%. Oh, MP10 and 44, both Optimus. Oh, MP36 is Megatron. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. See.
There you go. We love these collectors out there. They know.
Yeah.
There you go.
And see that's why the chat is always king. Chat is always king. It's an IROC. Or it's not an IROC, right? It's a Z28, not an IROC. Is that
Z28? Z28. Whatever. Don't worry, they'll clip that too.
Yeah, whatever that car Smokey and the Bandit drove.
Still insists. Thanks for the info. Hope on 375. Hopefully Hasbro will get on mission.
I would love that.
It's kind of one of those weird things, right? Everything that they're doing is in flux right now. So a lot of it lately, I will say this, lately, it's been hard to kind of nail down what is and what isn't. I knew the Thunder Machine was. Now, it was supposed to come with Thrasher.
Yeah, that move.
It was supposed to come with Thrasher. I saw the character model for Thrasher.
Yeah.
You can take that out. One of the original intended stretch goals for the Snowcat was Snow Bunny Baroness, which, if anybody knows that version, which was designed by John, I'm forgetting his last name. It was one of the Joe comic covers that he did where she's wearing the Snow Bunny Baroness. They've been trying to make that version of Baroness a character since 30th anniversary Pursuit of Cobra. So before G.I. Joe Retaliation. They just didn't do it. Okay. Yeah. Because they did the fucking bivouac instead, which is, it's dirty, but it's smart because they're going to turn around and recolor it and they're going to package it and resell it. Got it. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right. So that's more profit, less cost. But a lot of stuff lately has just been, you know, they pause on this, they shift assets here. I don't know, dude, there's supposed to be a classified fire bat.
Oh man.
Is that going to happen?
I don't know. I know when we were talking about when you gave us the info on the Thunder Machine, then I saw it at SDC on their panel, and we were like, "No Thrasher." Like, what are you doing? Like, the original card came with Thrasher. It's like it's now it's like you're going to make me buy that card back. So now it's like there's a level of like that's just a little too greedy.
Yeah.
You know.
Crystal clear. And then there's the Masterpiece movie version, right? The MPM version of Prime, where he's a little more the Bumblebee movie style. I don't know. At the end of the day, we just got to wait and see what they do. The reality is they had the 1995 Battle Corps Rangers line ready to go. It was ready to go. All those assets got shifted over to Sergeant Savage in 94 when Black Tuesday happened and they killed both Real American Hero and Sergeant Savage and said, well, we got to put these pieces out with something. Let's just put it out with Savage. You never know at the end of the day. They could have lineups planned all the way through 2028 and some vice president could walk in a boardroom tomorrow and say, just kill it. Kill the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Not surprising.
Which I don't want to see happen, even though I think that 1/12 should be the exception and not the rule. It's not my primary thing. I don't want to see G.I. Joe in any scale or any capacity suffer at the hands of, spreadsheet executives and mismanagement. So, but Skybound is doing it right. So
they are bringing excitement back into this. Hasbro's price gouging and false scarcity is dampering the enthusiasm for collectors. Hasbro's worst enemy is Hasbro, and
always
I will
has
say
been.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did that at San Diego Comic-Con too. They had a limit of 2, but if it would seem like they would put the line and then you would go to get in line to be like, oh no, we're out for 2 hours
today. Yeah.
And you were like 2 hours. Well, what? I don't understand why we got to wait for 2 whole hours.
It was the same thing last year. You would look behind their curtain and like their little back, storage, whatever area. And they had that shit like 15 feet high. It's like, dude, you are not going to run out like at all. You will not run out of this stuff. Like, well, no, we sold today's limit. You got to come back tomorrow. It's like, motherfucker, I waited 3 hours to get in the line.
Yes.
And tomorrow for Make Sundays Great Again, 5 p.m. Eastern, we are discussing engineered scarcity and how that is a corporate tactic specifically aimed at the psychology of collecting.
All right, there you go.
That is exactly what we're talking about tomorrow evening. So, hey, thanks, Jim. I appreciate that.
Absolutely, right on the money too, man. And that's exactly what we need to start getting down. And it's not just Hasbro. It's also M.A.S.K, 4 Horsemen. There's so many.
McFarlane. McFarlane is one of the worst culprits of engineered scarcity. Mattel did it too with their Jim Bro Skeletor. They should have fucking known, right?
Bro.
It's intentional. It's intentional.
Long time Mattel fans that are into Motu could not pick that up. There you go. Could not pick that up as saying, and I'm like, so, and my biggest issue is you're making people pay thousands of dollars. It's not a couple of $100s to fly into California.
They're gonna go pay scalper
It's a hotel
prices.
room. They had lotteries for the parking lot and everything. It's just stupid stuff. And then they get to that one convention and the one item they want, you can't buy it here. That makes no sense.
Shenanigans.
Hey, Farver, what's that place you like to go to? You mean Shenanigans?
Shenanigans?
Yeah.
No.
Now they made a date night Skeletor $60.
I
I'm
saw
out
that.
on that. Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah.
In his crushed velvet purple smoking jacket.
Yeah.
Hey, Alex.
Are you still hunting for a romance? I've heard they're hard to find.
Let me ask
there's
you
a
guys.
scarcity issue tomorrow that's coming on. I think there's.
Let me ask you guys a question. Do you think I'm a real man? I'm like a man's man, right?
Yeah, I think so, bro. I think
start fires with my bare hands and I punch unicorns for fun and
I think Mr. Chad would agree.
Terrible. Anyway, yeah. So I think M.A.S.K is developing quite nicely.
Yes.
I got to get to issue 3. I didn't know that was already on stands. So
issue 3's not on stands.
Not on yet. It's coming in. I think another 2 weeks maybe
next week.
Oh, I thought somebody said they were already reading issue 3. So we need the headquarters in what scale? 1/12?
12/1?
Yeah, you're gonna need a 3D printer for that one.
They need 1/6 scale.
Because
they used to make all sorts of toys in 1/6 scale. You know who still does? Fucking Barbie.
Yeah.
They I know for a fact the whale and the headquarters have been bounced around ever since they put out the Cobra Hiss HasLab. There was a back and forth that went just like this. I don't want to say it's verbatim because I got it third hand. At some point we're going to have to make the whale. And then the person who was being spoken to said, yeah, that's why we already rendered it.
Yeah.
And then the other person said, oh, okay, cool. Well, just hold on to those files. And then that was the end of the conversation. So.
And then
the whale's been rendered. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't. It's very much like a sub conversation. When they do these sensing sessions and these panels, and they get a bunch of people on Zoom and stuff with all the watermarks because you can't fucking record it because you'll get busted. When they show the Havoc, the Hammer, the Mauler, the Whale, they've already got the files done. The files are done. Even if they show you 2 versions, the files are done. So, yeah. I mean, that's not the hard part. The hard part is getting the files to the production, and they cut the molds, and that's the hard part. Them just going in and beep, bop, boop, I mean, half the time they just scan old shit anyway.
Yeah.
And they just resize it, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
I
know you love your Barbies.
Look, I wish that more toy intellectual properties had the longevity, the availability, and just the diverse range of items that Barbie did.
Yeah,
and G.I. Joe used to. In the 60s, it did.
But that's belief in your
problem
product.
is exactly that's what it boils down to. You have one company, and they're like, we're empowering young girls to play and all this stuff, and we're moving forward with this. Then you got another company that's like, our problematic war brand, I don't like it. So that's the difference.
Yep.
Right there. Yeah.
Absolutely true. Same can be said about Hot Wheels. They just keep finding a way to make great Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Why no love for the Hammerhead? Imagine that in Classified. Jesus, you know how big that thing would be?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, I'm all about it, but yeah, that's
Know how expensive that thing would be for collectors?
But all this brings the conversation squarely back around to it is not the primary world building scale. Can it be done?
True.
Sure. But even when you look at something like Masters of the Universe in a 5.5-inch scale, you got Snake Mountain, you got fucking Eternia, right? Which is the grail of Masters of the Universe. Those are so few and far between. They are the exception of those lines. They are not the rule. The rule is like your fucking Sky Raider and Battle Cat and Panther. That's your rule, right? Because those are your loss leader items.
True.
You know, the USS Flag, 7 feet 4 inches long and 3.5 feet wide. Ask me how I know. They're not going to make that every other year. You know, it's just not a thing. It's impractical. So that's why in Classified you see, oh, hey, you want another RAM cycle? Why didn't they make the Silver Mirage? Why didn't they make Checkpoint Alpha? You can make a Checkpoint Alpha. The line was never intended for vehicles or play sets or world building or dioramas. None of it. It was never intended for that. Mm-hmm. The only reason they even capitulated is because a bunch of people that can't get out of the way of the nostalgia boulder are just like, yeah, but I need a vamp. Okay. And then fast forward to now you get Destro and the Despoiler. It's so overpriced.
Yeah.
Not enough people bought it.
I got mine for free.
You're a fucking shill.
I got it for free from Amazon. They messed up because I canceled it and they shipped it anyways. And I was like, do you want this back? They're like, nope. I'm like, sounds good. But I'll be a shill for that one. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Anyway, that's just, you know.
All of a sudden now you see Amazon charge them.
Yeah, they're like, we just watched your stream.
It's like you guys are pretty good looking too. We all know. Thank you.
Oh, we're deep sea fishing for compliments.
Somebody's fishing for compliments. Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, men don't get complimented enough. Men don't get thanked enough. We're just expected to be men and do your man shit and put your nose to the grind and just like get up and go at it every day. Most men, and this is the reality of it, most men do not get complimented or appreciated enough.
I will give you that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm in my soft guy era. Drizzle, drizzle, baby. Drizzle, drizzle.
Yeah,
what the hell does that even mean?
Yeah, I don't even want to know. Don't even want to know.
I don't know. Just sounds like something we should say.
All right. Well, like I said, you guys want to get out of here because we know it's Chad. He's burning 7 days this week, man.
13 days straight. 13 days straight. Because I didn't get today off, which I would not be anywhere else than here today. So
I appreciate that.
13 days
also,
straight.
Same thing, man. I look forward to this once a month conversation. Good friends talking about good comics and a good Energon Universe. It's always a great Saturday, and especially when we have the chat, because you guys are always amazing whenever you pop in with your questions. Chad is a machine. I know he is, man. Yeah, he's sure to have a pretty smile, Chad. There you go. I'm about to select. Clip that.
You can still see my dimples when I smile because my beard like sucks into my dimples. No, I love you guys. I always look forward to when we get to hang out and have some fun.
It's always fun. All right, so for next month we'll put together something. We'll start thinking about it. You know, Chad's always hard working on those thumbs because God, if you guys see the imaginative images that he normally sends over to us, we're laughing like, wow. It's like he's pushing them through.
And a lot of people don't know, like, oh, we didn't even talk about what are we going to discuss next month.
That's where we're pushing it in. So what do you guys want to do? What's the next month? What should she hit up and everything? I look like to see Chet's thinking about something. I know Chet's thinking, oh, the Dreadnought War. Ooh.
I'm just putting it up because he was the first person in the chat. So
That's it.
What do you guys think?
That's it. Let's do it.
I think you got to go with what the chat wants, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Chat is king. All right, Dreadnought War. So what a lot of people don't know is every time we end an episode and we solidify what the next subject is going to be, I always make the thumbnail that day.
So, yeah, he does.
The thumbnails are always kicking around for a month. So
and also look at his rad background. That is chat right there too. So You know,
I made that in like 5 minutes before we went live. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, you don't have to tell people how quickly your work does. It's Scotty. You know, tell them 3 hours.
How far back? How far back do we want to go on the Dread? We're gonna do a deep dive on Dreadnought Wars.
I think they were talking about the latest issues in Dreadnought, but I do think that a little bit of the Cobra Commander and the Dreadnought issue goes into that as well, though.
It does, especially the lack of a lot of Dreadnoughts.
Which is a very good issue.
Why they go from like 40 of them,
yeah,
or more to like not that many.
Yeah. Well, that just leaves room for new recruits.
Yeah.
All right. Would love to join y'all sometime. Like, hey, like I said again, you never know. You never know. Like I said again, you know, we love you guys and all your interesting things. The hidden. Love how keep it up, my friend. I have conversations offline with this stuff with him. Man does a deep dive into it, and I love that he loves the universe like that too, man.
Did someone say I'm a well-oiled machine?
Well,
I think so.
There you go. There you go.
Like Greco-Roman wrestling? No.
You soon one day. Hopefully, you guys can. Yeah, that's actually cool. Any conventions or anything coming up for you, Chat?
Only a local one. The New Mexico Comic Expo or whatever is in September. I keep getting people leaning on me to go to Toy Unity. In Jersey in November, and I'm like,
yeah, but that's Jersey.
The Jersey thing just threw you off, right?
The reality is I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, right? And so to go all the way to Jersey for like a day and a half, 2 days, and the reality is it's right across the river from my home, you know, and I don't go home, but I just go to Jersey, and I just like I don't. It was a little, I don't know. But the same thing, I didn't go to San Diego Comic-Con this year. My press pass was renewed. I could have gone, but no, I'm being a little more choosy about. You know, it's not so much the money, it's the time, you know.
Yeah, sure. Which is extremely precious, and that's you should be thinking about that, man. Is it worth the effort? Because when you do have to fly across country, it takes a lot out of you, just mentally and physically. So if it's better be worth it, and especially not for 1 or 2 days. It should be a little longer than that, you know.
Yeah. Hinderer, I'll tell you this: next year for DFW, there's already a lot of stuff in the works. Some of it I can't really divulge. It's not my show, right? But it's just I help sponsor it, and I help get some people there and things like that. So next year is going to be bigger than this year. So
okay,
I'm already telling Ace, like, dude, you need to come. So
what you can say is that it's definitely about G.I. Joe. So
100%. If you want to meet the original people who like shaped G.I. Joe, go to DFW. If you want to go to, and this isn't me trying to like throw shade, but if you want to go to a con where it's just a bunch of like cliques of like the cool kids hanging around at the bar, not giving a shit about like the creatives or the toys or anything like that, just getting drunk, go to Joe Fest.
Okay.
So that's
good
evaluation
just the way.
Of that. That's exactly what it is. So,
well, I know we're gonna put DFW on our list for next year. I can definitely tell you that. First of all, I've heard there's the best swap meet on the face of the planet. This
fucking A.
You know, we can't miss that.
It says a lot. Okay, so yes, you have to have a commander's package ticket to get into the meet and greet with like, you know, Kirk Bazigian and Larry Hama and Ron Rudat and like all those legends.
Yeah.
But the freaking swap is always bigger than everything else. It's bigger than the panels. The swap is huge. And one of the cool things about the swap is that you don't even have to have a ticket to DFW to go to the swap. You can just show up, go in. Yeah. And this year I gave away a bunch of my own customs to people.
All right.
It was rad. It was rad. It's always good. I got this. Ready? Check this out.
I don't see anything.
Hang on a second while I whip this out.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. I got this year at the swap. Now, I received it. Just Jeff, he found it because you know the swap. It's in my name. I got to walk around and make sure everybody's doing okay and all that stuff.
Oh yes, you did. Oh yeah.
Oh,
$25.
Are you kidding me?
No, $25 for the frickin' McFarlane Justice League Batmobile.
Yeah, see, I had to pay a little bit more than that. That's a great shot. It is a great vehicle, though. I will say one thing about McFarlane, we slap a lot of things on about his figures. Man can make some vehicles. I just got the Bat Missile in a couple of weeks ago. I love what you're talking about. Yeah, Blades and Saddles. There you
Love
go.
that movie.
There you go. I also saw Castle Grayskull basically said that needs to get her passport. I might come down for a meet and greet. Most definitely. Look, it is a great show to go to. And I know, again, swap meet alone, like there's a difference. When we say a legend in the industry, you know, that swap meet, everyone was saying, oh, it is the best part of the show.
Yeah.
So,
and they all come to the swap too. So, you know, I mean, Kirk wasn't at DFW this year. He went on a big, like 250th celebration of the United States, like family vacation with his dad, who's, you know, aging and stuff. And that was awesome. But Kirk will be there next year. And like, yeah, I mean, the vendors come to the swap. So like, you know, Bobby Vala's in there, you know, farting around and messing with everybody. And yeah, it's just, it's a fun time. The swap's freaking awesome.
All right. Well, definitely. Yeah. I would say it's probably the can't miss event of the year. So make sure you guys are marking that on the calendar. And yes, our friend is affiliated with that, where he always does a great job of making sure you guys out there have something special to look forward to that event. So.
Hinder, do you mean this one?
Oh, there you go.
So this was Heavy Armor Toys. This was a DFW GI Joe and action figure show exclusive. Lieutenant Zed for you, Castle Grayskull. Zed, Lieutenant Zed, and it's completely a throwback to Captain Skip from Zed Force of Palatoy Action Force.
There you go.
Yeah, I got like 15 of these. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Well, I'm looking forward to that. All right, and also looking forward to some scarcity things, man, tomorrow on your cast, bro. So yeah, you know, what was it? 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
5 p.m. Eastern. Hinderer, hit me up on Instagram, man. It's kind of off topic, but hit me up on Instagram or show up on the stream tomorrow. I'll hook you up. So.
All right, there you go. Chat doing the Lord's work on the Lord's scale.
That's right.
All right.
I had to Target to pick up those freaking sketchbook Skeletors for Kenzo and somebody else. So.
Okay. Also, I saw that when you went to one of your local runs, which I'm starting to dig those on your you saw the TMNT GI Joe collabs while you were out there, man.
Yeah, I went to Target for my gum, right? Because I chew nicotine gum. I went to Target for my nicotine gum, but like we all do, right? It's just ingrained in us, like, I'm gonna go down the freaking action figure aisle. And that's when I saw the sketchbook Skeletors. I knew that Kenzo either needed one or was waiting on one or something. And I literally saw the Skeletor and I saw the classified, you know, I was just like, yeah, whatever. I saw that nasty Tiger Force Snake Eyes Reaction Plus, and I'm like, nope, no, sir. Turned around to leave. Boop, there's the Ninja Turtles right there as I was turning. So that's when I recorded it.
Which, by the way, I'm debating on if I'm going to return it unless someone wants it, but I did actually just get the Amazon exclusive Dragonfly Ninja Turtle crossover, the one that comes with Wild Bill, Raphael's Wild Bill. But I don't necessarily know if I'm going to keep it. So if anybody is looking for that thing, I'm going to have one soon, and then not sure what I'm going to do with it. So let me know.
Is it crazy to think that the whatever they call it, the Shell Striker or whatever it is wider than the classified Thunder Machine?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a wide car. I saw
it's wide, dude. Yeah. That thing is a wide load. But I've seen people put classified figures in it. But I don't.
Well, I know you said it looked fun, and that's the thing that I think that needs to return to the shelves. And you readily saw it wasn't just one randomly. You saw they had a good stock of that.
Yeah, that's what needs to come back with toys. Market them to kids. Nice, big, beautiful window box packaging, you know, get their attention. That's what we're sorely missing in toys.
Yeah. $40 was a great price on that too, man. Like I say, it's in Target right now, and they have the Shell Striker. It's pretty nice. See
that April O'Neil Scarlet looks good, man.
Wow.
That's a good looking sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, like I said again, we've got a turtles.
It's science, people.
That's why they eat pizza. No.
All right, Chet. Well, you want to lead us out of here? We know
Okay.
next month, Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, get your dreadnoughts ready for the Dreadnought War. We're going to go over that. We will do some research before we jump on and kind of give you guys the overview of what it's going to look like. But come prepared, and there'll be other issues that have come out since. So make sure you're getting caught up on that. And as always, we appreciate you. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in and chatting. You make it fun to be here, and so we will forever appreciate you. Look, if we've gone through things and we've missed comments, things like that, it's not intentional. We're just trying to get through the cast as always. But we appreciate it. We try to come back to it. So come next time with your questions and comments, and we'll get through them as much as we can. But yeah, it's going to be Dreadnought War in the Energon Universe, specifically related. So we want to thank everybody again for your time. Thank you for being here. And there's other things you could have been doing, but you hung out with us, and that's fantastic. So make sure you tune in tomorrow to the Chad Hole Prime stream and bring your thoughts, because he cares. He cares.
It's a sliding scale.
Yeah. It slides. But for everyone here, thank you everyone for hanging out, and we will talk to you next time on Energon War Room. Take care. Bye.
Have an awesome day.
Bye.